First, look for Marion County to win at Cannon County. Clay County should win on the road at Trousdale. I like East Hickman to win at Harpeth. Lewis County should have no trouble with Summertown. I like Waverly to get a win against Loretto. I'm picking East Robertson to win over White House Heritage, Mount Pleasant to win at home against Hickman County, and Monterey to win in Gainesboro against Jackson County. Now in 1A, I like Joe Burns to get a win over Houston County. Eagleville should win at home against Richland. I like McEwen to win at Brewston. Collinwood should win at Wayne County. And finally, I'm looking for Cornersville to get a win at Huntland.
Thanks, Murphy. When we return, Murphy catches up in Davidson County with the head coach of the Antioch Bears. You're listening to Murphy's Matchups.
Now, top excuses for not wearing a seatbelt, as told by guys in Tennessee.
Man, I get claustrophobic though, you know?
That's not claustrophobia, that's safety.
I don't know, I get this rash.
Are you sure that's from a seatbelt?
I don't need one, I've got my airbag.
Seatbelts and airbags work together. Think teamwork, like sports.
Nobody tells me what to do in my vehicle.
Ever heard of stoplights or speed limits? There's really no good excuse for not wearing a seatbelt. Click it or ticket. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Of the 26 letters in the alphabet, none makes an impact quite like the letter T. Coach Doug Dickey knew that when he put it on the Volunteers football helmets in 1964. And since then, it has evolved into one of the most well-known symbols in college sports. We call it the Power T. And it's not just a logo, it's proof that the Volunteer spirit never stops growing. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company, and the official insurance of the Vols.
Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is at the heart of Music City. Located within walking distance of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Bar Lines at the Omni is your downtown honky-tonk destination. Watch your team from any seat on their plentiful HD TVs and catch a live show on the Bar Lines stage featuring live music 7 days a week. Bar Lines has the ultimate Southern comfort food. Get started with classic fried green tomatoes or bourbon barbecue wings. Then it's on to the massive Smashville double stack or the world famous Bar Lines grinder. Oh, you've never heard of the Bar Lines grinder? 2 kinds of cheese, lettuce, Dijon, smoked turkey, smoked bacon, smoked ham. Now that's some smoke you want. Local brews and local spirits are on tap at Bar Lines. Take a seat on the patio outside and soak up the rhythm of Music City. Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. Now Murphy catches up with Devin Arnold, head coach of the Antioch Bears.
Coach, it's good to have you on the show, and I know you got to really be happy about where you are and what's going on at Antioch High School.
Yes, first of all, thank you for letting me be on your show. Yeah, man, we're super excited about what's going on at Antioch High School right now. Boys are playing well, and we have a chance to win our region. And excited to see what's in the future.
You made your mark on Antioch football in just the 3rd week of the season this year when you guys won, and not only won, but you won at Cane Ridge, the team that had pretty well dominated football in the Antioch area ever since that school opened up.
Yeah, that was a good win for us. Week 3, man, did a lot for the boys. You know, we spoke about us just getting just one. And once we got one, you know, the rest would fall in place. And they went out there and played hard. You know, throughout the season, they put themselves in position to go out here and possibly get a region championship, which hadn't been done to Antioch in a long time.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got 2 more games left on your schedule. Tonight, you're playing Smyrna, and then you've got Laverne to go. But if you win either one of those games, especially the Smyrna game, you win the region, and I know that's got to be a goal for everybody associated with Antioch football.
Yes, that was the goal coming in the season, you know, and we made a tough schedule, playing teams like Oakland, Knoxville, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, CPA, and but it got us kind of ready for what our region had to offer, and playing Smyrna, it's going to be a big task for us, and, you know, hats off to Coach Williams, the job he does with his guys. They got some really good players out here, so just got to go out here and fight.
What's been the biggest difference with Antioch football in the last couple of years that has gotten you guys where you are today?
The biggest thing I see so far is just the kids' mindset. You know, they believe that they can win. And when you walk out there with them, you know, they're going to show you that they believe they can win. They're going to fight. They're going to compete. And they're going to play as hard as they possibly can for each other. You know, they always talk about it's a brotherhood over there. So, you know, they're a close-knit group. So they just bind into what we have, the offense coaches. We're just pouring life into them and just getting better every day.
I see a lot of different football games each year, and the word family keeps cropping up all the time. I've even seen some that had towels that had the word family written on them for your skill players to be wearing. And it makes a difference. And, of course, the win over Cohn Ridge didn't hurt anything either, did it?
Nah, it didn't. But yeah, these guys they're close. They're close. And man, they welcome everybody in. Man, they work hard, man. And it started this summer, so you know, to see it come in full circle, it's just been exciting to see for the boys.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, Devin. You're doing a great job out there, and I wish you well not only these last two games, but into the playoffs as well.
Thank you.
Devin Arnold, head coach of the Antioch Bears. The Bears are 3-5 so far this season, with wins at Cohn Ridge, McGavock, and Stewart's Creek. This week, the Bears host the Bulldogs of Smyrna. We still have the West and Division II. Murphy has the rundown next on Murphy's Matchups.
You know, starting to save for your future doesn't have to be difficult. Let Wilson Bank and Trust help tone up your financial goals this year. Our certificates of deposits or CDs can help your money work harder with our competitive rates, earning you more than ever before. WBT checking options allow you to earn rewards you can really use, like a high interest rate or cash back on check card purchases when you meet some e-banking qualifications. Visit your closest Wilson Bank and Trust office or online at wilsonbank.com to get started today. Member FDIC.
Jackson Boone Racing, the youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series Championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing, a local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing. Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
You're listening to Murphy's Matchups. For Week 10 across the state, 173 games are scheduled. 116 of those contests will see teams facing region opponents. And now, once again, Murphy Fair.
Thanks, Doug. Let's now take a look at West Tennessee action. We'll start in 6A. Germantown, maybe one of the best teams in the state, travels to Arlington. It's first place Germantown against last place Arlington. Don't look for an upset here. Germantown has too many players who will be playing at the next level in 2024. I'm going with the Red Devils. Bartlett should win at home against Cordova. I like Houston to get a road win at White Station. And Collierville should win against Whitehaven. In 5A, only 3 games to list. Southwind hasn't lost a game yet this year. I don't think they'll lose this week either. They play at Kirby and should win easily. I like Millington over Brighton and Fairleigh to win at Memphis Overton. 4A, Lexington should get a win at Chester County. Haywood entertains Crockett County. I'm picking Haywood in that one. Dyer County should squeak by Obion Central. Hardin County visits Jackson Southside, another big game where the playoffs are concerned. I think Hardin County gets the win and also a regional championship with that game. Jackson Northside should win at home against South Gibson. I think Melrose wins at Craigmont. Mitchell should defeat Fayette Ware, and I think Sheffield wins at home against Lakeland Prep. 3A action on Thursday night finds Douglas visiting Hamilton. I'm going with Hamilton in that one. Scotts Hill should win at Bolivar on Friday. Other Friday action finds Scotts Hill at Bolivar. I'm going with Scotts Hill there. Bolton should win at home against Raleigh, Egypt. I like Covington to get a win at home against Ripley. I'm picking Westview to top McNary Central. Dyersburg, playing at home, should have no trouble with Liberty Magnet. Sheffield entertains Lakeland Prep. Sheffield appears to have won the Region 8 3A title. This game and next week's battle at Kirby against Wooddale should serve as momentum for Coach Edward Kirkendall's Knights. And I think Memphis East defeats Wooddale. In 2A, a Thursday game there finds MASC at Manassas. I'm going with MASC. Huntington should have no trouble at Camden. I'm picking Milan to win at Peabody and Trenton. West Carroll should win at home against Kip. I look for Adamsville to get a road win at Gibson County. I like Riverside to get a win at JCM. And Perry County should top Middleton. Other 2A action finds MLK Prep, a team that has played 8 games this year, taking on Kingsbury. MLK Prep has been shut out 7 times in those 8 games, but Kingsbury has been shut out in all 8 games. Got to go with MLK Prep in this one. I like Tresvant to win at home against Hillcrest and BTW to win at home against Memphis Business. Now in 1A, McEwen visits Brewston. I've got to go with McEwen there. Union City should win at Humboldt. I like Dresden to win at home against Gleason. I'm picking South Fulton to get a road win at Halls. Look for Lake County to win at home against Greenfield. McKenzie should have no trouble with Freedom Prep of Memphis. And I think Middle College wins at home against Westwood. In Division II AAA, I'm picking Baylor to top MBA at the AAA level. Macaulay should win at Knoxville Catholic. And I think Lipscomb Academy wins at home against Brentwood Academy. In Division II AA, I'm looking for Boyd Buchanan to beat Knoxville Webb. CAK should top Notre Dame. I think Pope John Paul II wins at home against Chattanooga Christian. And Silverdale Baptist should win at home against Knoxville Grace. In the MidState, CPA entertains FRA. Should be a great game. They're battling for a regional championship, and I think CPA, playing at home, gets the win. BGA should have no trouble with Webb of Bell Buckle, and I think Davidson Academy wins at Good Pasture. Out west, Lausanne entertains North Point Christian of Mississippi. I think Coach Kevin LaCastro's team gets a number 1 seed in the playoffs with a win here. ECS should win at St. George's, and I think USJ should win at St. Benedict. In Division II Single A, 2 games there. I think Oneida beats Kings Academy at Oneida, and Friendship Christian should win at home against Ezel Harding. In the Mid-State, I like Nashville Christian to win at Clarksville Academy, Middle Tennessee Christian to win at crosstown rival Providence Christian. Columbia Academy should win at Mount Juliet Christian, and I think DCA wins at home against Franklin Grace. Out west, I'm looking for FACS to get a win at Fayette Academy. I think Jackson Christian wins at Harding Academy in Memphis, and finally I'm picking Trinity Christian to win at home in Jackson against Tipton Rosemark.
Thank you, Murphy. There you have it, Week 10 and Murphy's prognostications. You've been listening to Murphy's Matchups with the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair. Murphy's Matchups, made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
Here we go! Let's get moving! Richmond 96 Let's do it tonight! Let's go get it! And you know what time it is, baby!
Welcome to the most exciting high school football coverage in Tennessee.
Still on his feet to the 10, to the 5. Oh, my goodness! He scored a touchdown! Oh, my!
Over 20 years of high school football coverage for Middle Tennessee. It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
40-45 midfield. 45-40 cuts back. He's got a chance. 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. How about that?
exclusively on your home for the best high school football coverage in Tennessee. WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station.
Handoff, it's a reverse. Looking to pass. They're looking for the quarterback. He is wide open. Touchdown!
The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week is presented by
Strike and Spare Family Fun Center, Jackson Boone Racing, the Omni Nashville Hotel, Jody Jones Dentistry, and Southern Trophy House.
Here's your WNSR MidState Checkdown High School Football broadcast crew, Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week brings us into the heart of Metro Nashville as we visit one of the top-rated teams in the state. It's a Class 4A Region 5 matchup between the undefeated Firebirds of Pearl Cohn and the Blue Devils of White House. I'm Joe Fisher saying hello from the stadium at Pearl Cohn. Another beautiful Friday night here in Middle Tennessee. Joined as always by my broadcast partner Jonathan Schaefer, Adam Johnson, our on-site producer engineer, the Bear Man Todd Berry handling the stats tonight. We start with the Firebirds. Pearl Cohn is 8-0, 5-0 in the region. They served notice early on, Jonathan, when they opened up with wins in their first 3 games at MBA, at CPA, at Creekwood.
Those victories over MPA and CPA, very impressive. How about their last 4 games? 4 straight shutouts, all in region play. They have only given up a total of 47 points for the entire season.
Now on the other side, White House is 5-3 overall. They are 3-2 in the region. They are still in the thick of the race for the playoffs. A win tonight would certainly go a long way in helping that goal. It's not a prolific offense. They haven't scored more than 30 points in a game this season. Their defense will have to be on point tonight.
Yeah, a White House team that started the season 4-0, only 1-3 in their previous 4, though they had a good effort last week, Joe, against Upperman, one of the top teams in the state, 28-14. They did fall in that one, of course. Most people know White House. Jeff Porter, the longtime coach at White House that led them to a state championship during his tenure. He's been away from the Blue Devils program for a few years now, but White House still going strong out of Sumner County, coming down and visiting one of the most successful and historic Metro programs here at Pearl Cohn.
Absolutely. Q and Will are in the studio tonight. They'll update us on everything going on in high school football in the Mid-State at halftime. Our Greg Pogue visited with tonight's head coaches earlier this week, Ryan Hamilton of White House, Tony Brunetti of Pearl Cohn. We'll hear from them right after this break on the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Jackson Boone Racing.
The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Jackson Boone Racing.
A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old.
Jackson Boone Racing.
Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front.
Jackson Boone Racing.
When you want down-home cooking, just head downtown. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel serves traditional Southern cooking, sourced fresh and local, just like Grandma used to make. Start your day with a Southern smoked breakfast bowl or a Music City omelet. If you're looking for variety, hit the biggest breakfast buffet in Music City or get your fill at the world-famous Biscuit Bar. Kitchen Notes dishes up lunch with traditional Southern tomato pie, country ham, and classic picnic ambrosia. Serving breakfast Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 and lunch is served 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Kitchen Notes doesn't forget the brunch crowd. Brunch at Kitchen Notes is every Friday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. featuring cast iron pancakes, made-to-order waffles and eggs, and ice-cold carafes of mimosas. Enjoy farm-to-table Southern dishes made from treasured family recipes. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
We're joined by White House coach Ryan Hamilton.
Just like every other year with this team, man, we want to make sure we're better each week. We come up against a good team, number 2 last week, now number 1 in the state this week. We keep our kids focused, man. When opportunity presents itself, make sure you're ready, make sure you're prepared, and make sure we can go out there and execute. And obviously, was on the wrong end last week, and we want to take those mistakes, correct those, and make sure we're better this week.
When you look at Pearl Cohn, I mean, we know about what they can do on both sides of the ball. What do you need to do to be successful?
I think for us to be successful, obviously, we want to take care of the football, make sure we don't give any extra opportunities or anything like that to Pearl. It's a great program, great team. Coach Benetti does a great job, and we want to eliminate mistakes. We want to try to hold back on big plays, prevent them from getting a big play on us or anything like that, and make sure we take care of the ball and make sure we handle our business on our end and not give them any extra possessions or anything like that.
Tell me about some of your key players, some players we need to watch that need to, really come up big in this one.
I think we got to make sure we stick to our assignments, make sure our eye discipline's good, make sure we read our keys, make sure we react on defense. We got linebacker Luke Kelton as a senior. He's done a great job for us all year, getting us lined up, those type of things. Our running back, Michael Albin, we make sure we take care of the football. We have opportunities to split runs or bust one. We'll make sure we want to do that. Kenny Holt at receiver and DB, making sure he's making tackles. If we can help out, get an interception, create turnovers. And then offensively, make sure we capitalize on our opportunities when we have people open.
We're joined now by Pearl Cohn coach Tony Brunetti.
I feel pretty good. I think the biggest thing is stay on track and do the fundamental things we've been doing and stay together as a team and work in the same direction. That's all our goal is.
Talk about that non-conference schedule. You've been playing it since you've been there. You step out and play some pretty tough teams.
Yeah, I've been really, especially, I started doing a lot more tougher scrimmages, too. Not as many. I only two a session in the summertime. I used to do 3. And outside, let's find 2 good scrimmages that are going to challenge us in different ways. And then also playing tough teams in the early part of the season has benefited as well. But I think that combination's really paid off for us.
When you look at White House, what do you need to do to be successful?
Be physical. Come play. Make sure you establish, slow down the run game, and hopefully we can stop them from passing the ball. Just play good sound defense and offense. That's how I feel, and also a special team game.
Have you built this Pearl Cohn program now sort of where it is measures itself by getting to the state championship game? Is that fair? Seriously, because you build a monster there, Tony.
Yeah, I've been pretty blessed, man. The kids play hard for me, and we've been consistent so many years, probably over this whole century now in Metro. That we probably averaging about 10 wins a year, and I think a lot of kids when they do play for us, the expectation, and for them, their mindset is at least get to the state finals every year. And I think the majority of the time we've made it to the semifinals or the quarterfinals every year, or the state finals. So we've been pretty blessed.
Well, and you've done it. You've had the 4 and 5 stars, but this year seems like more of just I don't call it a regular team, but not the star-studded one that you've had in the past.
Well, I think in the past, I guess you've had that one guy is probably special, but we really got a combination of several guys that's special, but it's just might not have the media height-wise, but they playing at a high level right now.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athletes. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit jodyjonesdds.com or call 615-259-5100.
It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Jonathan Schaefer with color analysis. Now, down to the field with your first half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
Tonight's toss of the coin taking place right now at midfield on this beautiful new artificial turf stadium. We'll talk about that here as we go along here at Pearl Cohn. Pearl Cohn wearing the all-red jerseys and pants, black numerals and white trim with black helmets. White House across the way in white shirts and pants with blue helmets and lettering. And White House has won the toss. They're going to take the football to open this game, and they will move right to left as you listen. Pearl Cohn ranked number 1 in the state by most folks in Class 4A, 8-0 on the season, wins at MBA, at CPA, at Creekwood. They beat Pure Academy, won at Montgomery Central, won at Station Camp, went over Whites Creek, won at Greenbrier. They have rolled, and Jonathan, you mentioned they have not given up a point in the last 4 games.
And this was a team that was outstanding last year as well. They lost in the state championship game to Anderson County, a game that I got to call 34-30. It was really one of the best games of the Blue Cross Bowl series last year as we go to the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
And to finish that thought, Joe, with Pearl Cohn, a team that was that close to winning a state championship last year. They are two-time state champions going back into the 1990s. Those were the John Henderson, Maurice Fitzgerald days with Pearl Cohn. Ever since that loss, they've been on a mission to get back and to win it, and they are well on their way to doing so.
No doubt about that. White House 5-3 on the year, 3-2 in Class 4A Region 5. Opened up with wins over Portland, Liberty Creek, Montgomery Central, and Whites Creek. They have fallen on hard times lately, lost 3 of their last 4. Most recently to Upperman, who is one of the top teams in the state. Played them very well, 28-14. Tough scheduling. They draw Upperman last week and now draw the number 1 in the state this week.
Yeah, you don't usually want that type of a schedule that late in the season, but that's the case. They're doing a good job. White House, maybe more of a 3A team that's playing in 4A in terms of their numbers. And they had a lot of success over the years at 3A, but also that's an area in Sumner County where you added a Liberty Creek, and you've had a lot of schools that have been added over the years, over the decades around White House. Of course, they had a lot of success previously with Jeff Porter. They've got their work cut out for them tonight. They need a very quick start. They don't want to try to match point for point with Pearl Cohn. That is the type of game they do not want to be in.
Yeah, they need to keep the score low in this game, I think, to have a reasonable chance to win. Our referee tonight is a legend in Middle Tennessee in sports for a long time, Walter Overton. He is our referee with a great crew, and got a chance to visit with Walter down on the field. Of course, his ties with Vanderbilt a long time ago, and then with the Titans for so many years at Nissan Stadium, and good to see him out there tonight. So, and I'm sure he's hoping he'll have a very quiet night.
We're hoping to have a very good night, see what White House can do. They come in as the heavy underdog into this game. Pearl Cohn, as I had a chance to see them last year, as I previously mentioned, Joe, they are fast, they are physical, they will get after you, and if they jump out into a lead, look out, because then it's a track meet.
So for Lebanon back deep to receive, Jackson Rourke and Kenny Holt, they're standing at about their own 10-yard line. As we mentioned, White House in the all-white with blue jerseys, or white jerseys with blue numerals and lettering and blue helmets. They will move right to left as you listen. Pearl Cohn in the all-red jerseys and pants, black numerals. Thank goodness they are trimmed in white so we can actually have a chance to read them here from our press box location.
It's actually one of my favorite uniforms in Tennessee high school football. Those have the Michael Vick era Atlanta Falcons look to them. And they've got a number 7 on this team who's pretty big, plays at linebacker for them, that's got some Michael Vick size to him.
Yep, Zion Simpson. We'll see him tonight. He was one of the captains tonight, as a matter of fact. So Pearl Cohn about to put this ball in the air and get us underway. Kick is a short one, angling to the far side. That ball is going to bounce and go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, so that's not what Pearl Cohn wanted to start. It'll be a penalty that'll give White House pretty good field position to start things off.
Yeah, it bounced on that beautiful turf here that is brand new at Pearl Cohn High School. Part of the reason they were on the road so much is because they had to finish the field here at Pearl Cohn, part of the Tennessee Titans Community Initiative during the offseason.
So White House will start with senior Tanner Hayes at quarterback, 59 for 109 for the season, 830 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. This is not a prolific offense by any means. They average about 250 yards a game in total offense and really pass for less than 100 yards per game. But last week we saw those stats don't matter. As Smyrna and Stewart's Creek rang up some surprising numbers offensively. So first down for the Blue Devils. They will start from their own 35-yard line. Empty backfield. Hayes in the shotgun, 5 wide for the Blue Devils. Looking to throw. Swings it near side. Pass caught at the 30 by Holt. Tackled for a loss back at the 28. That is an outstanding open field tackle. That was Josh Sims, the cornerback, who read that perfectly. They tried that quick receiver screen out left. Sims just blew it up back to the 28.
3-4 look, 4 down linemen that time. Of course, that spread look with the quick pass on the first read. If they try to play like that with those lateral style of passes, as good as Pearl Cohn is defensively, they're just not going to have a good chance.
Boy, a loss of 7 on first down. Back to the 28-yard line. Second down and 17. This time under center is Hayes with the tailback behind him. Man in motion going left to right. Handoff to the tailback. He'll push it to the 30, maybe the 31. Michael Albin is their star running back. He's the junior. I believe he's got just over 1,000 yards rushing coming into this game. That was a gain of about 3, brings up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, Pearl Cohn had 6 up on the line that time with 4 down linemen, a linebacker on each side, and they've got some beef there in the middle of that front 4. And again, some outstanding linebacker play, which really, Joe, has been consistent throughout the entire season for us so far. We've seen some great linebacker corps.
Yeah, I think that's been the strongest position we've seen across the board so far this season. 3rd down and 14 from the 32-yard line. Under center is Hayes. 2 receivers split to the left. They're just going to play it safe, hand it off to Albin. He slides down at the 35. Basically back to the original line of scrimmage. And now Whitehouse is going to be forced to punt this ball away on 4th down.
Yeah, you see Pearl Cohn, again, a lot of team speed. Saw it last year en route to them going to a state championship. Now you put them on this beautiful artificial turf surface, just making them that much faster and that much more dangerous.
Kennard will go back deep to receive the punt, standing inside the Pearl Cohn 35-yard line. Albin is back to punt, so Pearl Cohn will have to pay attention. They get a man on late. Albin boots this away, a left-footed kick, bounds at the 33-yard line, picked up at the 28, to the 35, to the 40, outside to the left, got room. 45 midfield, cuts it back, finally tackled in White House territory at the 42-yard line. Outstanding return by Javian Kennard, who gives Pearl Cohn outstanding field position on their opening possession.
He really made that happen. Started off to his right side, bounced back to the middle, over to the left, was very patient in his return, waited for some blocks to get set up. Plus field position for Pearl Cohn, and for White House, that's exactly what you don't want to happen against an offense this potent.
38-yard punt, 32-yard return. 1st down for the Firebirds from the Blue Devils' 42-yard line. The quarterback is Tarleton. They'll line up in a pistol formation on 1st and 10. Tarleton standing back at the 47, an early movement. White House may have encroached there. Let's see. I believe there was contact at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be 5 on the Blue Devils.
Yeah, basically that penalty on the entire interior line that time for White House. They all jumped. Pearl Cohn did a good job offensively, just staying disciplined, staying still.
Talk about taking care of the football. Keyshawn Tarleton, 60 of 99, 1,310 yards, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Outstanding.
And he is in the pistol formation. Kennard is the tailback. 2 receivers split to the right on 1st down. Looking to throw is Tarleton, looking long down the near sideline. Pass is underthrown but caught. What a great adjustment catch made at the 10-yard line by the receiver. That is Darius Reed, the senior, his 15th catch of the year, 32-yard gain.
Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. There was only one place they were going with the ball. Threw it there a little bit short on the throw, but 1 on the combat catch by Reed.
Technically 1st and goal from the 10. Handoff. Kennard tries to go left, and he's going to go nowhere. He's swallowed up. That's Dawson Carson, the junior, who makes the tackle. Basically maybe a gain of a yard or 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, good job that time by White House, stretching that off to the left side. Was trying to hit the corner to take it into the end zone, and White House able to make the play.
Something we haven't seen a lot, a 4-3 defense.
That is true. I don't know if we've even seen that this year.
It's been almost exclusively 3-4.
Yeah, a lot of 3-4, and we've seen a little bit of
3-3-5.
3-3-5.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is 2nd and goal from the 9. Little shifting by White House defensively. Pistol formation once again. Straight handoff. Kennard goes left and into the end zone. Did he get in? Yes, he did. No, they're going to mark him down just shy of the goal line. That actually was Simpson. That was Zian Simpson who had the carry, the senior. And he came down just inside the 1. That'll bring up 3rd down and less than a yard for the touchdown.
And this Pearl Cohn offense just so potent. They have so many options that they can go from. Probably the most balanced offense we've seen so far this season.
You know, Simpson is a threat not only out of the backfield but catching the football. 271 yards receiving on only 8 catches. Handoff, they're going to try Simpson up the middle. He bounces off the first man and spins into the end zone. Touchdown, Pearl Cohn. Ran into a wall right up the middle and bounced it to the left and spun and got into the end zone.
Stayed upright, bounced off, went to his left, got into the end zone. 2nd effort, got the score.
So Simpson with a touchdown to give Pearl Cohn the early lead. They take advantage of an outstanding punt return. Had a big play, a 32-yard pass to get them to the 10. And then 3 plays later into the end zone. And now Alou Drama on to tack on the extra point and squeezes it just inside the left upright. 8:32 left in the opening quarter. Pearl Cohn on the board first. It is 7-0 Firebirds on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Pearl Cohn wastes a little time getting on the board. An outstanding punt return, set up great field position. A long pass got him to the 10. 3 plays later into the end zone. Firebirds lead White House 7-0. Good kickoff away, drifted back to the 10-yard line, fielded there, running right to the 15, now trying to cut back and swarmed under at the 16. Boy, when you go laterally against this Pearl Cohn special teams group, you have nowhere to go, and Jackson Rourke found that out. It was a 6-yard return, and White House will start first down from their own 16-yard line.
If Titans head coach Mike Vrabel saw this game so far, he would say that Pearl Cohn played perfect complementary football. They got a big tackle for loss that set White House back. Good return in the punt game, moved it downfield, touchdown, excelled at all 3 phases of the game.
Jeff Fisher's favorite phrase, all 3 phases.
All 3 phases.
First down for the Blue Devils, empty backfield, shotgun formation, and actually taking it in a Wildcat is Albin, who takes the snap, and he is swarmed under for a loss back to the 12-yard line. Boy, the minute he got the snap, there were 3 or 4 Pearl Cohn defenders right there waiting on him.
And I'm telling you right now, Joe, this Pearl Cohn team's the fastest team we've seen all season, and it's not really close. They're getting into the backfield immediately. They've got the physical advantage at the line. So for a White House offense that's not known to be prolific anyway, proven to be difficult.
This is a 4-2-5, technically. Russell, Garcia, Watkins, Irogbe on the front. The linebackers are Simpson and Robinson. They're good. Corners left and Sims. The safeties Higgins, Reed, and Williams. On 2nd down and 14. Direct snap again to Albin. Tries the left side, gets it back maybe close to the original line of scrimmage. Going to come up a couple yards shy of that. And once again, White House is in a 3rd and long situation, and that is not going to prove to be very beneficial for them if that keeps up.
No, they've been behind the chains already on their first 2 drives, and even though they're not a passing football team, they at least have to provide some kind of a threat with the vertical game. Otherwise, Pearl Cohn's going to make it extremely difficult in the trenches.
Technically 3rd down and 12. This is a White House team that converts about 37% of their 3rd downs on the season. Hayes is back in at quarterback. He is under center. Albin is the tailback in an I formation. Hayes to throw. Swings it far side. Pass caught at the 20. Moving toward the line of scrimmage and across and getting a first down across the 30. That was an outstanding acceleration after the catch. That was Carson with the reception, who made the one-man miss and got a nice gain all the way out for 17 yards.
Yeah, they threw out of the I formation. That's what they had to make happen, get those yards after catch. Was able to make the initial defender miss on the tackle. Got to the first down marker, their first down of the game.
Carson's 4th reception of the season, but it gets a big first down for the Blue Devils. Moves it out close to the 32-yard line. They snap it back to the tailback, another Wildcat, and nowhere to go. They've tried that 2 or 3 times with no success. Maybe a couple of yards on that play as they snap it back to Deion Gunter, the senior. He's listed in their program at 5'10", 119 pounds. That cannot be right.
No, it's not 119.
No.
He's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah. Especially if you're playing in a fullback, running back position.
Yeah. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Talk about a big man coming in now on the middle of that defensive line, Elijah Anthony, the senior, who is the prototypical nose guard in the middle of that defensive line. Handoff to the tailback. He pushes to the line of scrimmage, maybe across the 35 to the 36. Albin is stopped. Anthony was in the middle of that to make that stop along with number 27. That is Isaiah Thomas. As Pearl Cohn already rotating, those are a lot of the second-team defensive guys that are in the game already.
Well, and you mentioned they're in the nose guard position, and they went right off the center to the right side, attacked to that position, and they didn't get very far.
3rd and 6, ball at the 36-yard line. 5:23 left to go in the opening quarter. Pearl Cohn leading White House by a score of 7-0. White House 1 for 2 on 3rd down so far in this first quarter. They'll send 3 receivers wide to the left. Pistol formation. Hayes at quarterback, looking left, now rush, now steps up, going to run to the 40, slide down at the 42. He's going to be very close to a first down. It will totally depend on the spot. The line to gain was the 42. I think they're going to give him forward progress just enough to move the chains.
Yeah, second first down. Good composure that time because there was nobody open downfield and got a little bit pressure in the pocket, took what was available to him, got the first down.
I think he got a little bit of a favorable spot right there. That slide looked like it was about a yard farther back at the 41, but they gave him the 42.
Usually get that call at home, not on the road.
So first down, Blue Devils from their own 42-yard line. 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Pearl Cohn leading 7-0. I formation behind Hayes under center at quarterback. Hayes gives tailback Alban over the left side, powers into the 45, and then pushes forward to about the 47-yard line.
And credit to White House. They've switched to more of a power eye look instead of trying to run the ball laterally out of the spread. They saw the lack of success early on trying to run laterally against this Pearl Cohn defense that hasn't given up a point in their previous 4 games. Now they're just going to say, all right, we're going to power the football and run the clock as much as we can.
Isaiah Thomas made the tackle. He comes out of the game for Pearl Cohn. 2nd and 5 after a nice 5-yard gain on first down. And as you mentioned, Jonathan, White House is content to kind of take their time here and drag this out if they can. I formation again on 2nd and 5. They'll hand to the tailback, Alban. Boy, he is upended at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and that's about all. Shooting that gap was number 9, Jaquiz Williams. He is one of the safeties who read that beautifully, made the first contact, held it to a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he really did. And again, that's part of what makes this Pearl Cohn defense as good as it is. They make that first contact early, and they usually get the tackle with that first defender.
White House 2 for 3 on 3rd down. Hayes is 2 for 2 passing for a total of 10 yards. It's 3rd and 4 from the Blue Devils 48. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Direct snap this time to the tailback once again, who'll try the right side. He'll get the first down, I believe, with forward. Probably it's going to be very close. Actually, looking at the far official, he started at the 48 and then drifted back toward the 49, but they're going to give him progress back to the 48 and a first down.
I'm lined up right where the football is right now, and I thought it was extremely close. So the fact that they didn't put it down and look for a measurement, I'm slightly surprised by.
Well, I saw the far lineman start at the 48, then kind of drift to the 49, then drifted back to the 48, and that's where the ball ended up. First down for White House. Another 3rd down conversion. And Hayes comes back in at quarterback.
It just depends upon which official they're going to go with, whether it's going to be the far side or the near side. They went with the near side this time.
Hayes will go under center, I formation behind him. On first down in Firebirds territory at the 48. Quick handoff, Alban right up the gut to about the 46-yard line, maybe a couple of yards on the carry as number 5, Kyler Garcia, the junior defensive lineman, makes the tackle.
And I'll give White House some credit. They've decided they're just going to play power football. They're just going to keep going with 3 and 4 yards and a cloud of dust here on this artificial turf field. And if you're a future opponent of Pearl Cohn, you're looking at this saying, maybe this is the way you try to beat this team. Just keep their offense off the field.
Well, you keep putting pressure on yourself at 3rd down and, manageable situations, but White House has been able to convert on this drive. This is a 2nd and 8. Handoff, trying to bounce outside. Boy, nowhere to go. That's Simpson with the open field tackle right at the line of scrimmage on the carry by Gunter. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
What you love about Simpson is size. He's tall, but he also has plenty of size. Look at the calf muscles on that young man. That's got a college football future written all over it.
He is a senior. He has 6 sacks, came in with 58 tackles, 21 tackles for loss. There are teams that don't have that many tackles for loss.
Well, he has the build of the prototypical linebacker that you want.
Play clock at 8 as White House breaks the huddle on 3rd down and 7. Play clock is down to 4. 2 men wide. Play clock at 1, and I believe they're going to have to burn a timeout. They were about to run out of time, and Obviously, the head coach, Ryan Hamilton, not wanting to take the 5-yard penalty there, so we'll take the timeout. 51 seconds left in the quarter. 7-0 Pearl Cohn on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Back at Pearl Cohn High School, Joe Fisher, Jonathan Schaefer with you. Adam Johnson, our on-site producer engineer. The Bear Man, Todd Berry, right next to me with the stats tonight. 7-0 Pearl Cohn leading White House, and the Blue Devils have converted a couple of third downs on this drive, but facing a 3rd and 7 here from the Firebirds' 45-yard line.
And they're in plus territory, Joe. They have to find a way to get points on the board with the limited opportunities they're going to have this evening.
Hayes is the quarterback. They run a standard I formation behind him with a fullback and a tailback. Gunter is the tailback. 2 receivers split to the right. Play action fake. They dump it over the middle. Pass is low and I believe incomplete. It would have been short of the first down anyway at the 39. Certainly would have set up a 4th and 1. Instead, the pass that was intended out there for Aguilar was short hopped off the turf and now brings up a decision for Ryan Hamilton and the Blue Devils. 4th down and 7 from the Pearl Cohn 45.
Well, Pearl Cohn with this offense, you've got to find a way to put points on the board. So going forward on 4th down, unfortunate that ball was just a little bit underthrown. That's the second time on the drive where they used the play action out of the eye in order to try to convert, but unfortunately the pass was incomplete.
And it looks like White House has actually opted to punt this ball away. Easton Biggs is the up man in this punt formation. He is the backup quarterback. And Hayes, who is the starting quarterback, is the punter. So keep that in mind, and I'm sure Pearl Cohn is paying attention to that as well.
Yeah, this would be a prime place for a fake punt attempt.
Kennard is back deep to receive the punt, and a delay of game is called on the Blue Devils, so that's going to walk it back to midfield.
And now it's no longer a prime place for a fake punt.
Now it's 4th and 12. Kennard standing back near his own 15-yard line for the Firebirds. This is a short, wobbly punt. It's going to bounce at the 35-yard line and out of bounds, and Pearl Cohn is going to have excellent field position once again as they'll mark it out at the 35 after a 15-yard punt.
I understand Coach Ryan Hamilton's thinking in terms of field position, pushing Pearl Cohn back. But you've got a Pearl Cohn team that just does not give up points. They put plenty of points on the board. That's where in that 4th down situation, yeah, it's a little long at 4th and long, but I'm seriously considering going for it, finding a way to score and get points on the board. Pearl Cohn hasn't given up any points in a month.
Yep. Pistol formation for the Firebirds on 1st down. Tarleton standing back at his own 30, takes the snap, hands to Kennard, tries to up the middle across the 35 to the 40, maybe to the 41-yard line. Good tough running by Kennard. He'll get 6 on 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get 2 or 3. He was able to keep his legs moving over to the far hash, and now Pearl Cohn getting ahead of the chains here on this drive, their 2nd of the game.
Carson in the middle of that for the Blue Devils defense to make the tackle. 2nd down and 4. They'll send Reed wide to the right. 1 wide out to the left. Ball is on the far hash mark. Pearl Cohn moving left to right as you listen. Ball at the 41-yard line. Tarleton hands off. Kennard tries the right side, cuts up 45, 50, and still on his feet, and finally dropped at the 35-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle made by number 10, Ben Stanley. Great balance by Kennard, who ran through one tackler at about midfield, ended up a 34-yard run.
Just a bolt of lightning up through at the middle, and if he wouldn't have been tripped up around the 40-yard line, very good chance that he would have been able to get into the end zone.
Final play of the opening quarter, and Pearl Cohn driving once again. It's 7-0 Firebirds on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
We all know that Nashville life can get hectic. In the middle of all the madness that is life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Treat yourself to Nashville's ultimate relaxation experience at Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel. With services for men and women, Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel is your one-stop shop for full body treatment. Begin your experience in the exquisite relaxation relaxation room, then enjoy a full-body treatment or even a couples massage before finishing in the salon. Located on the 4th floor of the Omni Nashville Hotel, Makara Spa is Nashville's highest quality self-care oasis. To book your experience or gain information on packages, call Makara Spa today at 615-761-3600. Again, 615-761-3600. Or log on to theomnihotel.com. And with every booking, you'll have free valet parking and rooftop pool access to enjoy the Music City skyline. And through Labor Day, enjoy the 4th floor spa terrace for only $20. Makara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Pearl Cohn going long on first down. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Firebirds. Tremendous adjustment. The ball was underthrown, but the wide receiver made the adjustment. That was Darius Reed with the catch. A 35-yard scoring strike, his 4th touchdown reception of the season.
Going to put it simply, if they get a matchup along the boundary that's one-on-one, they're going to go for it, and they're going to go for it every single time. That time the receiver made the play, came back to get the ball, and was able to outmaneuver to the defender. Touchdown for the Firebirds.
That is 21 touchdown passes for Tarleton, who I believe is a strong candidate for Mr. Football in Class 4A, given what has taken place for the Firebirds so far this season.
Well, if he wouldn't be, I don't know what you'd have to do in order to be a candidate. 21
touchdown passes, 3 interceptions on an undefeated number 1 ranked team in the state. And the extra point is up, and it is good. So it took 7 seconds in the second quarter for Pearl Cohn to double their lead. It's 14-0 Firebirds on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Number 1 ranked Pearl Cohn looking every bit the part. 14-0. Firebirds lead just underway in this second quarter. Short kickoff fielded at the 16 by Holt to the 25, maybe the 26, where White House will start first down. We certainly thank all of our sponsors, Jody Jones Dentistry, our Player of the Week sponsor, Jackson Boone Racing, our pregame show sponsor, the Omni Nashville Hotel, our postgame show sponsor, Strike and Spare, and of course Southern Trophy House provides the plaque for us that we use. We appreciate all their support in making these broadcasts possible week to week for you.
Joe, we mentioned Pearl Cohn playing in the state title game last year, a first last year where 2 Metro Nashville schools were playing for state championships. Pearl Cohn and East Nashville had never occurred before.
Pearl Cohn thinking they've got a great shot to get back, and I would agree. First down for the Blue Devils. Quarterback will hand off. Gunter breaks 1 tackle, pushes across the 30. Good strong running, maybe out close to the 32-yard line. Trying to get a little extra and got about 6 yards on the carry. You mentioned it, Jonathan. I think White House has decided early on that lateral passing game is not going to work. If they're going to attack this defense, it's got to be straight up the field.
Yeah, even the lateral running game, they're just not going to be able to get anything going outside the tackle. So when it comes to trying to run a counter out that way, or if you're even looking at a swing pass, Pearl Cohn just has way too much speed on the perimeter.
Gain of 6 on that carry, so second down and 4 for the Blue Devils from their own 32-yard line. Strong set to the right. Hayes, the quarterback, under center, early movement. I believe Carson, the right side tight end, jumped, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on White House.
I have a feeling they might have been going on a play action on that one. They went heavy to the right side, but just a little bit forward, false start, and the same problem on this drive that they've had throughout the game is they're getting behind the chains, though they did have 3 first downs on their previous drive.
But so costly, 2nd and 9 now instead of 2nd and 4. That's a much different situation.
And sometimes you don't think it's that big of a deal, but when you're dealing with an elite defense that's only given up 47 points the entire season in 8 games, you can't give them any more of an advantage.
Soporowski comes in at wide receiver. Holt leaves for White House. 2 wide right for the Blue Devils. Hayes under center, offset eye on 2nd down and 9. They will give to the tailback who's hit at the line of scrimmage and maybe about a yard. And that's all as he is swarmed under at the 29. That's going to bring up another 3rd and long.
I'm curious to see if they try to go for another play action. They did it twice in the last drive on 3rd down. And if the pass wouldn't have been low most recently, then they would have had a chance to convert that one too. And I think there's a chance for White House that Dawson Carson might be just a little bit banged up as he was coming back to the huddle.
Gunter, the carrier on that play, the senior, 159 yards and a touchdown coming into this game. And the Blue Devils facing a 3rd down and 7. Play clock is counted down to 10 as White House breaks the huddle. 2 receivers split wide to the right near the numbers. I formation fullback is a step behind the quarterback. Handoff tailback once again. Gunter slices forward to about the 35. He's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down. Now a very interesting decision here for Ryan Hamilton. You're in your own territory. Down 14-0. Facing 4th down and closer to 2 than 1. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Remember, Hayes is a punter as well as their starting quarterback.
So that gives you that level of deception where he could just step back and unleash a kick because there's no one currently back for Pearl Cohn.
Well, White House had a chance. They're going to go for it on 4th down. If they had snapped the ball quickly, they could have caught Pearl Cohn with too many men on the field, and the Firebirds called timeout, I think, to avoid that possibility.
Coach Brunetti found that one really quick and called the timeout.
With 9:19 left to go in this first half, and it looking like White House is going to line up and go for it. Now, on 4th down, they may not snap the ball and try to draw the Firebirds off sides, but nonetheless, a situation here, Jonathan, they haven't stopped Pearl Cohn on 2 offensive possessions. You probably might as well roll the dice and go for it.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, sure, you punt it away, and I understand that. This is not a normal circumstance. You're going up against the top team in the state. You have nothing to lose on your side. If you can get a conversion like this on 4th down and maybe another 4th down later on the drive, right now for them, the only thing in terms of the priority list, score points, but number 2, run down the clock as much as possible. Their best defense right now is keeping Pearl Cohn's offense off the field.
9:19 left in the opening half. Pearl Cohn 14, White House nothing. Blue Devils lining up apparently to go for it on 4th down and 2 from their own 34-yard line. Now it looks like it'll be a direct snap to Holt in the backfield with 3 receivers split right, 2 wide, in fact 3 wide to the left as well, but they have enough men on the line of scrimmage. It is a legal formation. Holt standing back at about the 29. Looks to the sideline. Looks to the sideline again. Clock counting down to 10 on the play clock. And they have no intention of snapping it. Now they're going to take a timeout. I think, Jonathan, they hoped coming out with that unusual formation would make Pearl Cohn panic, and they did not.
Yeah, and that's what I've been impressed so far with this Pearl Cohn team. They've shown very good discipline defensively. Tony Brunetti's done an outstanding job here at Pearl Cohn. When he took over as head coach, you see the program now, Joe. They've got quite a few players on this roster. That has not always been the case for Pearl Cohn. They're able to rotate. They're able to bring guys in and out, and that's why they've got a chance to go to a 2nd straight state championship game this year.
You know, it's a challenge a lot of the metro schools fight. In fact, in the major cities, any of the inner city schools fight having enough players to come out and want to play and commit to football. But with the success that they've built at Pearl Cohn, they have got a lot of guys now that want to be a part of that. And as a result, as you said, they have depth. They can do that rotation.
And where you've seen in other states where it's basically just City League football, Pearl Cohn has gone out and played all the big guys. They've had so much success in the state playoffs before. They are well tested.
So Hayes will now drop back to punt for the Blue Devils. Low snap. He will get it away. A knuckleball bounces at about the 35, scooped up there by Kennard. He is going to be dragged down at about the 42-yard line. Aguilar with the tackle for the Blue Devils, but Cohn again with very good field position. They'll start from their own 42-yard line. It was a 32-yard punt, a 7-yard return.
What I like about Kennard, Joe, is he's very quick, but he's got great feet. He's able to get those short steps in, some very quick twitch type of movement in order to get some open space and continue downfield.
So now Tarleton passing the football is 2 for 2, 67 yards and a touchdown. Whenever they have seen, Jonathan mentioned it, whenever they see a one-on-one matchup like they have down here on the near side, they have opted to go for that. Press coverage here by Whitehouse. They are basically playing man-on-man tight to the line of scrimmage. Tarleton looking to throw, is going to send it long, has a man overthrew him. That's exactly what we were talking about. They saw it, they went for it, but the pass was just a little bit too strong.
I couldn't believe they were playing press. I couldn't believe it because they've been playing off the receivers all night. For them to play press, you're going to have safety help over the top, or you're going to have a linebacker come over and cover the intermediate part of the field. They had an open receiver. They just missed.
Yeah, he was looking for Donovan Higgins, the junior, who has 12 catches for almost 300 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season. 3 wide right for the Firebirds, 1 left. Pistol formation once again. Tarleton standing back near his own 37-yard line. Play clock is at 5. On 2nd down and 10, they'll give to the big tailback Simpson, who's dragged down. Nice tackle at the 44-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Really good open field tackle. That was Stanley that got in there to make the stop and brings up 3rd and 8.
They changed their defensive strategy quickly because they went to a cover 1 that time. The linebackers came off. Only 1 linebacker went in. A good job by the defensive line by Whitehouse to keep that clogged up at the line of scrimmage.
Cohn 1 for 1 on 3rd down. This is a 3rd and 8. They need to get it to the 48 of Whitehouse for a 1st down. Blue Devils drop 2 safeties deep. Tarleton to throw over the middle, has a man pass caught, and it will depend on the spot. Looks like a yard shy of the 1st down. They're going to mark it at the 49 on the reception by Higgins. Threw it right in the middle, Jonathan, into traffic, and Cohn looks to me no hesitation. They're going to go for it.
That was a really nice catch, too. I wasn't sure how he was able to hold on to the football. Again, one of those situations where the official on one side was 1 yard further down than the official on the other, and they decided to have it be a yard short, which is looks like the right call. 4th and short coming up quick to the line for Cohn.
They'll bring in Caleb Davis and Cleveland Fuller. Big lineup and a hit in the backfield, but I believe just enough to get the 1st down. Simpson. Boy, Carson got there, made a very nice tackle, but Simpson, the big body, got 2 when he needed 1.
Simpson's so big, he's just going to fall forward, and that's the thing. Dawson made a very nice play, but Simpson already had that step, got the 1st down for Cohn as they keep rolling.
So now Kennard will come back in at tailback for the Firebirds. Clock running, 7:45 to go first half. Cohn leading 14-0. Kennard, nice judder, a move, and cuts it to the right. Now it's a foot race to the 30, 25, 20. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Cohn. My goodness. What a move in the middle of the line of scrimmage in traffic. Boy, put a foot in the ground, took it away, and Kennard was gone for the touchdown, 47 yards.
Not move. How about moves? He was able to tiptoe his way through that line, burst of acceleration, burst of speed. He's almost impossible to stop if he's able to get to that 2nd level, but just great footwork, as I mentioned earlier. This is a real special player.
Boy, they looked like they had him hemmed in, and he made that one lateral move and then put on the jets and was gone. 47 yards for the touchdown run for Kennard. Came into the game averaging 13 yards a game per carry. He hadn't hurt himself tonight. And the extra point is up and good. Cohn with 7:30 left in the half extends the lead. Firebirds lead 21-0 on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athletes. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
So Javian Kennard came into the game averaging 13 yards per carry. Kennard has 4 carries on the night for 79 yards and a touchdown. His average is going up. 21-0, Pearl Cohn with the lead. Line drive kick fielded by the up man at the 25. I think he had a knee on the ground when he fielded it. I hear the whistle blow, and they're going to say yes. It's down at the 25. That's a shame for the Blue Devils. They were going to get a nice return and really good field position. Instead, they'll start back at their own 25.
You mentioned Kennard. White House defensively, there wasn't much more they could do. I mean, they did everything up front they needed to do. He was just able to weave his way right up through the middle in very tight traffic. And then once he got to the second level, he bursted out to the far side to his right and just won on the foot race to the end zone. That was a special run.
Now, you know this defense, Jonathan. They know they have not given up a point. You mentioned in a month.
Yeah.
The last 4 games, all shutouts. You know they know it as well. Even though this team, the Firebirds, is leading 21-0, I'm sure this defense is playing with a lot of pride. They want to keep that 0 streak going. First down for White House. And Hayes is the quarterback. They have a little bit of a setup issue in the backfield now. They finally get it worked out. Hayes takes the snap, hands off. Tailback tries the left side and not much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Gunter had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Elijah Anthony, the big guy, number 74, nose tackle, is able to go in and make that play for no gain for White House.
And we say big guy. I would hate to estimate because we're up here, we don't know.
You
but
know,
he's the heaviest guy on the field.
Let's put a second G on big, and I think that's the best way to describe it.
But he can move. He's made a couple of very nice defensive plays so far.
He did a good job.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
If he wasn't good, he wouldn't be playing this much.
That's true. 21-0. Pearl Cohn with the lead. White House trying to get something going offensively. Hayes looking to throw. Looking long. Has a man, just overthrew him, incomplete. Was looking for Holt near midfield. Got one hand on it when he laid out, but could not bring it in near midfield.
Safety that time played the middle, went closer to the line of scrimmage. The cornerback actually whiffed on that one. The receiver was open. If White House gets it on stride, that's going toward the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to be one of the best opportunities they have at points all night tonight, and they just missed because Pearl Cohn made a rare mistake on defense.
That was a big miss for the Blue Devils. Now brings up a 3rd down and 10. So now the big man Anthony comes out of the game as they will bring in an extra linebacker. Actually bring in another defensive tackle, as that is Tyron Watkins, who checks in. 3 receivers split right for the Blue Devils. There's that strange formation again. Basically was 6 wide and now a whistle. And that's going to be, I believe, a delay of game on White House. Boy, they just cannot afford to stretch these chains anymore.
And that was Holt that time lined up in the direct snap.
4th penalty on the Blue Devils for 20 yards. But instead of 3rd and 10, which is tough enough, now it's 3rd and 15, back of the 20. They'll run that same offensive set again. With the shotgun snap, Holt going to run all the way and going to go nowhere. He is dragged down back behind the play. Then the ball came loose. And Pearl Cohn says they have the football, but it's going to be ruled down by contact back at the 12. It was interesting because Holt got up like he could continue to run. He thought he was on a defender, but they ruled him down.
And that was the thing. I wondered if they'd blown a whistle at that time, too, as well, that his forward progress had been stopped. Holt kept going, and the ball was dislodged, but nonetheless, White House will punt it away.
So a loss of 8 on the play makes it now 4th down. And about 22 with the ball back to the 13-yard line. So Pearl Cohn stands to get excellent field position here. Already leading 21-0. And this is shanked off the side of the foot out of bounds and fired into the Pearl Cohn sideline. Let's see where they're going to rule that out. If they rule that out at the 28, that is nowhere close to where the ball went out of bounds.
It looked closer to me like the 20-yard line.
Or the 18, yeah. That's as generous an out-of-bounds spot as you will ever get. That's where the ball stopped rolling, when it was out of bounds.
It hit somebody on the Pro Cohn sideline is where it hit. It was the 28-yard line.
Nonetheless, the punt officially 15 yards. And let's see if the Firebirds go for the home run right here. It wouldn't be that long to dial it up. They're on the White House 28, already leading 21-0. 5:42 left in this first half. Tarleton in the shotgun. Man in motion, jet sweep. It's a little toss to the receiver. That's Higgins running to the right. Gets inside the 20 and out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at the 12-yard line. That's Donovan Higgins with the carry. Brings up a first down for the Firebirds.
Yeah, Pearl Cohn's just looking for that edge. Just get it out to the boundary, hit that corner, get some open field, and let that speed take over.
107 yards rushing for the Firebirds here in this opening half. 5:36 to go in the second quarter. 21-0 Pearl Cohn, and the Firebirds knocking on the door again. And now timeout is taken by White House. We'll take it as well with 5:36 to go in the half. 21-0 Pearl Cohn on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
White House in desperate need of a turnover, trailing 21-0. 5:36 to go in the first half. And Pearl Cohn, the Firebirds, on the White House 12-yard line, facing a first down and 10. Tarleton in the pistol formation. The tailback is Starnes behind him, looking to throw as Tarleton sends to the end zone near side, and it is incomplete. Hit him in the hands. He was open. Kennard could not come down with it, and he is slow to get up. And, in fact, he's going to do a couple of push-ups to punish himself for dropping that football.
It was in his hands. Yep. Should have had it. I thought he did. I love seeing that after a play where they're doing the push-ups afterwards. And actually, that's one thing I do want to mention with this Pearl Cohn squad, having seen them over the years. Very disciplined team, and I've been really impressed with what Tony Brunetti's been able to do.
He stays on the sideline, does Kennard. He's going to do some more push-ups as he gets back to the sideline. Second down and 10. Starnes, the tailback. Tarleton to throw, tries the end zone again. This time it's caught. Touchdown, Pearl Cohn. Reed with a touchdown catch in the far back corner of the end zone.
Well, we had a tussle between a Pearl Cohn offensive player, a White House defender at the 20-yard line. That scuffle went way beyond the echo of the whistle. I do like the official, though. Got him calmed down, didn't throw a flag on anybody, just told them to get their composure back. But Pearl Cohn, that was that back corner fade that time, and they had no trouble completing it for the touchdown.
So now Reed, 3 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tarleton passing 4 for 6, 87 yards and a couple of scores.
We call that efficient.
Yep. And the officials, Walter Overton, our referee, in conversation with one of the other officials. I didn't see a flag thrown after what you talked about, John.
I never saw a flag. Now, you easily could have thrown a flag on that, but I never saw one, so I was of the impression that they weren't going to call it. Now I'm wondering if you do throw a flag, if you're even looking offsetting, you may be even looking at an ejection because the Pearl Cohn player had his helmet taken off. And the way they're talking, I'm starting to believe there's going to be an ejection.
Yeah, and I see the referee making notes. He is taking the little notepad out, is making notes. So let's see what they have come up with. Need to get the kicker out of the way so we can see. Here we go. Now we're ready to go. Dead ball, personal foul.
Threw them both out.
Threw them both out.
Yep.
So ejected both players.
I mean, they really went after it, Joe. That's why I was surprised they didn't throw a flag. And now to see that, and honestly, that's the right call. So
the player from each team ejected. Now they're going to walk to the sideline. Now, this is one of the things I don't know in high school if those guys have to leave the sideline. Used to have to leave the field. In college, that changed. You don't have to leave the field.
Yeah, I think it's 27, Isaiah Thomas on the Pearl Cohn side that's been ejected. He's on the bench right now.
And has a group of players huddling up around him, I think.
Yeah, and there were punches thrown.
Yeah.
And that's what Walter Overton's showing right now. He was making a punch motion. Both players were swinging.
Thomas plays both sides of the football. He is a wide receiver as well as a defensive back.
That's why I was surprised I never saw a flag.
Yeah. Conversations continuing among the officials here. It is a touchdown. It's 27-0 with the extra point to come here at some point. And part of this, I'm sure, Walter Overton and these officials trying to put an early cap on this thing and not let it get out of hand.
Sure, yeah. Because you can see games get chippy, especially in blowouts in the second half. So want to get everybody calmed down.
I think we're finally ready to go for the extra point. So Dramé on to attempt the extra point and drives it up and through. So 5:29 left in this second quarter, and it's all Firebirds. 28-0 Pearl Cohn leads White House on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
A penalty is being assessed on Pearl Cohn. Before the kickoff, they're going to walk it back to the 25 where they will kick off from there. Firebirds looking every bit the part of a number one team in the state. 107 on the ground, 87 through the air. White House 36 on the ground, 10 yards through the air, as it's been all Firebirds so far. Kickoff is going to be fielded at the 28 by the Blue Devils. That's Holt across the 40. Ball is hammered, knocked out of his hands, and Pearl Cohn has recovered at the 38-yard line. Pearl Cohn with the recovery. That is Jaquiz Williams with the recovery for the Firebirds. A big hit, knocked that ball high into the air.
Oh, that was a high ricochet on that, and Pearl Cohn was able to get onto the ball quickly. And now with a chance, 5:24 remaining in the first half to get back up on the board again.
Pearl Cohn has scored on every offensive possession. They've scored a touchdown on every offensive possession they've had. They've started in excellent field position on every possession they've had, and they do so again here, starting at the White House 38. Blue Devils just have not had an answer for this high-powered Pearl Cohn attack. Tarleton, the quarterback, in the pistol formation. Play action fake. Being chased, steps up. Now going to try to run left to the 40, to the 35, to the sideline and out of bounds, just inside the 30-yard line. Nice heads-up play. Got out of trouble. Nice gain. Picked up 8 yards.
He made it happen because White House did exactly what they needed to do. Flushed him out of the pocket. Got some pressure on him. He had some receivers open, but it was later in the play. White House did a good job defensively, but when you have a quarterback that's that good, that will likely be a Mr. Football finalist, he still gets 8 yards.
167 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns coming into tonight's contest for Tarleton, facing a 2nd and 1 now in that pistol formation against Starnes, the tailback. Looking to throw once again. Tarleton going to be flush. Going to roll right. He'll fire to the far side. Pass called at the 23. Inside the 20, still in his feet to the 15 and to the 13-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Firebirds. There's a penalty flag down right at the end of the play at about the 16. The pass was caught by Reed, but let's see what that flag is.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tarleton just didn't decide to run the football himself to get the first down.
Don't know if this is a face mask or a hold. It's down at the 16, close to where the tackle was made.
It was at the very end of the play.
One of the Pearl Cohn offensive linemen, I think that's Gooch, the center, trying to hang around and find out a little ahead of everybody else what it was. It's going to be a block in the back or an illegal use of hands on Pearl Cohn.
Yeah, it's still going to be a first down because that's going to be from the results. So Firebird still moving the football.
They'll mark it back, I believe, to the 22-yard line, but it will be a first down for Pearl Cohn. 5:12 to go in the half. Firebirds leading 28-0. Same offensive set for Pearl Cohn in the pistol. Tarleton to throw. Has time. Fires, pass caught to the 5-yard line, to the goal line, and touchdown. Touchdown, Pearl Cohn. That is Reed again with the catch for the score. That's a 22-yard touchdown pass. That is the third touchdown reception for Reed tonight. 5 catches, 119 yards.
He had options because the slot receiver on each side, both of them were open. They ran the skinny post along the hashes. Both of them were open. He got to take his time to choose. Touchdown for the Firebirds.
Boy, it has been all Pearl Cohn in this first half. We've still got 5:12 to go in the half, and the extra point here would make it 35-0. And that is what happens. 35-0 Pearl Cohn leads White House on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Prep Football Talk. Greg Poe, Coach Bubba Steers. Then 10 to 11, the JB and KB podcast show. I would imagine this Pearl Cohn team will come up in the conversation tomorrow in Prep Football Talk. Kickoff fielded about the 10 on the bounce to the 15. Hit hard at the 18. That's going to be about it. That was Jackson Rourke with the carry. Owens with the tackle. And White House in desperate need of something good to happen. That was an 8-yard return.
And they just have to stop committing penalties. They're just behind the chains way too much. They've only had one drive here in the first half where they were able to get multiple first downs. They have to find a way to get yardage on first and second down.
Well, you mentioned that play a few moments ago that they had the receiver open and was going to be a big play and just missed it. Got to take advantage of those rare opportunities when they happen. First down for the Blue Devils from their own 20. In the Wildcat formation once again, direct snap across the 20, out close to the 25-yard line. Nice gain on first down on the carry. And one of the Pearl Cohn players is down and has not gotten up and is on his hands and knees, but is in some pain right now. And I believe that's Watkins, the senior defensive tackle, who is still down at the 25-yard line. And you never want to see players get hurt, ever. But when a game gets kind of one-sided, you almost fear it more, Jonathan, don't you? Especially if you've got starters in the game and a big lead, you're worried about that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his helmet off.
Yeah, they're going to send both teams to their respective sidelines while they tend to Watkins, as Watkins is being looked at on the field. He is still on his back. We'll take a break while they take a look at Watkins. 4:46 to go in the half. 35-0 Pearl Cohn leads on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Doctors on the field tending to Pearl Cohn defensive tackle Tyron Watkins. They looked over to the sideline and basically summoned several of the bigger guys on the sideline to come and try to help carry Watkins off the field. And they are in the process of trying to get him to his feet. We still can't tell exactly what the injury is. Well, they've got him. And he's putting no weight at all on his right leg. He's hopping off with some help from a couple of teammates. Oh, now actually putting a little bit of weight on it. That's good to see, but I would imagine his night is done. Actually, he's walking normally and actually on his own now as he gets to the sideline.
You never know.
That was a quick recovery.
You never know. Because he was in a lot of pain. He was slapping the ground with his left hand.
He's still hobbling over here on the sideline, but he is walking on his own, but certainly with a limp.
Yeah, we thought for a moment they were going to have to carry him off the field.
Yep. So 2nd down and 5 for White House, trailing 35-0, 4:46 to go in the first half. Running clock does not take effect until the second half with this size of a lead. They'll do the Wildcat once again with the Blue Devils in the direct snap. Gunter running left, pushes it close to a first down out near the 29-yard line. Good hard running by Gunter.
Yeah, I like his running style. And against lesser opponents, because Pearl Cohn is as good as it gets, you can see him having a lot of success. He's got a darting running style.
Less than a yard shy of the first down. Brings up a 3rd down and 1.
A few times they've been ahead of the chains tonight.
Yeah, everything's usually, like you said, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 15. White House is 3 for 7 on 3rd down tonight. Low snap, the direct snap to Gunter. He's going to lose yardage. That play was blown up from the beginning because he had to scoop it from his shoe tops and loses a yard or so and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, there was nothing he could do that time with that low of a snap. It took up too much time, and Pearl Cohn, with the speed they have on defense, were able to swarm on him, and he lost a couple of yards.
Well, down 35-0. You might as well go for it here, but I think they're actually going to punt it away. They are deep in their own territory at the 27-yard line. Pearl Cohn has scored on every offensive possession they've had tonight.
Yeah, right now you just don't want to get hurt.
Clock is running, 3:25 left in the half. Kennard, who's had a nice night, standing back near his own 40-yard line. Hayes is the punter. Remember, he is also the starting quarterback. And now a whistle. And I believe they didn't reset the play clock, and now they're asking for that to happen. I don't know if you're White House, Jonathan. I'd take the 25 seconds and let that thing run all the way down before I punted the ball away.
That's right.
Instead, they go ahead and snap it. This is a good punt away to the far sideline, out of bounds near the 40.
It's been interesting. It's been either feast or famine with the punting game for White House.
Let's see where they're going to officially mark it out of bounds. They're going to mark it out at the 40. I've given up trying to figure that out. 37 yards on the punt.
Perhaps they see something we don't.
I guess that's quite possible, sir. That's quite possible.
They are definitely closer to the ball than we are.
That is true. Although we have a wonderful vantage point
we
here.
do. Yes.
We are right near midfield. Beautiful artificial turf stadium. Brand new, as a matter of fact, turf.
Yeah, they finished it in the early part of the season as Pearl Cohn was away for their first 3 games, and 2 of them were NBA and CPA and won them both.
Both low-scoring, close games as well. Tarleton with an option pitch to Kennard, running left, tries to get the corner. Him back in, tries to reverse field, finally going to be swarmed under at about the 42. He's not going down without a fight. Kind of a whirling dervish there, but he was tackled at about the 43 with forward progress, a gain of 3 yards.
It reminds me of a name that we know well here in Metro and the NFL. Keyshawn Vaughn used to be able to do that quite a bit at the high school level, too.
And did it for this team.
Yeah.
Played at Pearl Cohn.
Had a chance to see Pearl Cohn play Lipscomb a few years ago when Keyshawn was running for them, and you knew then he had a chance at the NFL.
2nd and 7, ball at their own 43. Clock running 2:25 to go in the half. Pearl Cohn leading 35-0. Inside handoff, Kennard breaks one tackle, can't break the second. Good swarming defense there by the Blue Devils, who certainly have not given up. Carson was the one who finished it after the first contact by a teammate. Stopped the progress, actually lost a yard.
I think Carson's had a really good game on both sides of the ball. I'd say he's been their MVP so far for the Blue Devils.
3rd and 8 for Pearl Cohn from their own 42-yard line. This is only their third down attempt tonight. Firebirds are 1 for 2. And that pistol once again. Tarleton quick pass comes near side to the 45, to midfield, down the sideline and out of bounds. That'll be a first down near the 45-yard line of White House on the catch by Higgins. Boy, that's just a quick wide receiver screen coming left and then let your guy make a move or two, and that's exactly what he did.
It was all speed by Higgins because the blocks weren't really set up. The White House defenders were there to make a play. Higgins was just able to beat him with his speed.
17 yards on the game. 1:39 to go in the half. Pearl Cohn leading 35-0 and driving once again. They've asked to wind the clock. I saw one of the officials to say wind the clock, and now they do. Clock is running, man in motion. Tarleton rolling right, still looking to throw. Looks downfield, has a man, looking, pass is caught by Reed inside the 10, out of bounds inside the 5. Reed having a whale of a night. They're going to mark him out of bounds. There's a penalty flag, though, back near the line of scrimmage, and I believe this one's going to come back. Flag is at about the 41-yard line. You would think it's in the area of holding or a man downfield illegally.
It's an illegal man downfield, but they just indicated to the wrong team, said White House initially when it was Pearl Cohn.
So that negates another big gain. Reed was knocking on the door of 150 yards receiving in the half.
It's a great receiver core for Pearl Cohn because the only criticism I'd say I'd have of Tarleton so far is the passes are a little late, because that one was a little late, but his location is fantastic. He gets it right there. Just the timing's just a little off. Fortunately for him, his receivers are good combat catchers, can catch the ball in traffic, and that's a saving grace for them.
They've made great adjustments tonight on balls that were underthrown or thrown late and made big plays out of them. They walk it back into Pearl Cohn territory to the 48-yard line. And officials timeout, they had marked it wrong. It's supposed to be at the 48 of White House. Now I think they've got it right.
That happens sometimes.
Well, now they scooted again to about the 47 and a half. I think we're finally ready. 1:24 left in the half. First down at about 16. Man in motion, left to right. Tarleton to throw once again. Dumps, they set up a screen. Midfield, 45-40 Kennard. 35-30 down the near sideline, 25-20. Step to the 10-yard line. First down, Pearl Cohn tackled at the 11-yard line as Lewis Taylor saved the touchdown. 37 yards on the screen play.
He is fast. As we mentioned, you get him out in the open field, he can go for as long as he wants to. And you've got some players here that are being recruited, and Donovan Higgins, an offer from Tennessee, also from Vanderbilt, 2023 state champion in the decathlon. He's playing tight end for them.
Inside the final minute now of this first half, clock running, and Pearl Cohn in no big hurry. They've got all their timeouts at their disposal if they like. Ideally, they'd like to score, get the clock down as close to 0 as possible, although at this point they probably don't care when they score. They send one to the back corner of the end zone again, and it is caught, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Pearl Cohn. Back right corner of the end zone on a beautiful throw, and that was number 16, LaDamian Hunter, with his first catch. his 6th touchdown of the season.
We've seen some good quarterbacks this year, but Tarleton throws that back corner fade as good as anybody I've seen at the high school level. And he throws it with accuracy. Again, he's got great receivers, no doubt about that. But that back corner fade, he throws it with such touch.
And give credit to his offensive line. He's got time to stand in there and set and throw. And he dropped that one beautifully in for the touchdown. So Tarleton having a big night. 9 of 11 passing, 192 yards. 4 touchdown passes now? 4 touchdown passes. The extra point is good. 32 seconds left in this half that has been totally dominated by the Firebirds. 42-0, Pearl Cohn. I think we knew coming in, Jonathan, that Pearl Cohn certainly was the favorite. They certainly had the advantage. But White House is a pretty good football team, and I think we thought they would be able to hang around and be a little closer. They have had no answers tonight for the Firebirds.
I was excited to see this game tonight because I'd seen the scores with Pearl Cohn. I'd heard the reports from people, them being the real deal, and of course all the statistics back that up. This is as good of a Pearl Cohn team as I've seen in a long time. And last year's squad was a really good one.
Yep.
And I went to that state final. This team's even better than that one.
So Pearl Cohn in the first half, 118 yards rushing, 192 yards passing, 310 yards of total offense, leading 42-0. And the kickoff fielded back inside the 10 by the Blue Devils to the 20, right up the middle, 25-30. That's Holt on his way. Holt to midfield, 45-40, being chased down from behind inside the 30-yard line as Pearl Cohn saving a possible touchdown. That was number 21, Carl Owens, who ran him down from behind after the return of 64 yards by Holt.
Well, it shows you the speed of Owens to be able to track down Holt, because Holt, once he hit that flat, was gone. He was flying. Owens found a way to be able to pull him down. You think they don't take that shutout streak seriously?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, they do.
Pearl Cohn has not given up a point in their last 4 games, approaching 4.5, but now 22 seconds left in this half, and the best chance for the Blue Devils so far tonight from the Firebirds' 26-yard line.
As a friend of mine would say, they haven't allowed a point since the 8th grade field trip. That's how long it's been.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
White House, 1 timeout remaining. They burned 2 in this half. Pistol formation, Hayes at quarterback. 3 receivers split left. Hayes looking left, rush is coming. Now eases to the right, going to throw that ball away. Was looking left originally, it was covered. Then he got chased out of the pocket, had to just dump it out of bounds with 17 seconds left.
Well, the other problem was that when he looked to the left, it was covered. That's where the pressure was coming from, too. So he rolled over to the right just to extend the play and did a good job just throwing that football away and just dumping it off.
Hayes 2 for 5 passing for 10 yards. Their leading offensive weapon tonight has been Gunter, 9 carries, 23 yards.
And a lot of that's been direct snap.
Yes, they have run the Wildcat quite a bit tonight in this first half. And a penalty flag is down. That's going to be an illegal substitution, I believe.
It was one of the more stylish flag throwing.
It was a nice toss, wasn't it?
It was a nice toss by Walter Overton. That had some flair to it.
I was going to say it had a nice flair to it. It did. I think they're going to wave it off. And they are. They're going to pick it up.
That's a shame, because that was a great
toss.
It
was really, it's a shame to waste that one.
That's right.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Pearl Cohn 26. 17 seconds left in the half. Firebirds leading 42-0 and trying to preserve their shutout streak as they head to the locker room here. Empty backfield shotgun for Hayes at quarterback. Hayes takes the snap, looks left, now comes right, sends it out of bounds. And there's a penalty flag down. There was contact right there on the sideline. In fact, 2 flags are down. Now, Pearl Cohn is going to contend the ball was not catchable, and it clearly wasn't. It was way out of bounds over the head of the intended receiver, Holt.
That would qualify more for an illegal contact penalty then. Because that ball was well out of bounds. Even if he would have been there, he wouldn't have had a chance at it.
Robert Left, the senior corner, was the one in coverage. And there was plenty of contact, and Holt was asking for the flag the minute the contact came, and the flag was forthcoming.
He's asked for that flag a couple of times tonight. That time he got it.
Left still in a conversation with the side judge here, but Walter Overton and his crew have had a relatively busy first half tonight.
Every time I see one of these conferences, I think of Bull Durham. Every time.
Candlesticks are a nice gift.
Yes, they are.
Maybe a place setting.
Kids in the audience, you'll understand those soon enough.
Yes, yeah. Mom and Dad are laughing right
Yes,
now.
they are.
That's right.
We did it for you, Mom and Dad.
Hey, it's 42-0. We got to do something. Personal foul on Pearl Cohn. So they will walk the ball.
Was there 2 penalties?
He signaled.
Be the 15, the other one would be the half the distance.
Well, and so they're going to take it all the way down inside the 10. Does that mean one happened during the play and one happened after the play?
Didn't give a dead ball indication.
Ball is down close to the 7-yard line. So Whitehouse trying to get on the board, trying to get a little help from Pearl Cohn. 11 seconds left, and now an official's timeout once again for another conversation. The only negative to all this is this half has now taken an hour and 15 minutes.
For a while, it looked like it was only going to be an hour.
Yep.
I was also thinking about this, Joe, for Pearl Cohn in terms of their shutout streak. It also helps when you're playing with the mercy rule on your side in the second half to preserve a shutout.
Well, they've now retracted part of that walk-off and moved it back to the 13-yard line.
I'm not going to try to speculate.
Nope, me either.
Yeah, so just one penalty. Yeah, the Bears telling us one penalty.
11 seconds left in the half. On first down, Hayes sends it to the end zone, looking far side, pass incomplete, penalty flag down. Boy, there was a lot of contact as the receiver was trying to make a move and was basically being held out there by the defensive corner. That was Josh Sims.
And he never looked back.
Nope.
That was the other part of it. If he would have been looking back while he was clutched to the receiver, sometimes you get away with that. That one, he didn't have a chance.
The other part of that, too, that entire play took 2 seconds.
I think it was a little longer than that.
I'm just saying, the clock has 9 seconds on it right now.
We've had a few irregularities tonight, Joe.
Yeah, the big man Anthony coming back into the middle of that defensive front for Pearl Cohn. So with the penalty, I would assume half the distance. Should move it inside the 10. And they're going to put it at the 7. So Pearl Cohn, with their penalties, doing everything they can to try to help Whitehouse get on the board here in this drive. 9 seconds left. 42-0 Pearl Cohn as we approach halftime. Whitehouse does have one timeout remaining. Hayes with a low snap. Being chased. Throws to the end zone. It is incomplete. Was looking for Holt. Good defensive coverage out there by left. And now the clock says 0, and that can't be right either.
No, I think they're going to put some time back on the clock.
I believe they're going to put 4 seconds back on the clock.
Yeah, the referee is signaling 4 fingers.
And nobody has done anything about it yet. Game clock says 12 minutes. It needs to be 4 seconds. And now they've got it. There they go. They've got it to 4 seconds. So Whitehouse will get one more shot at it. Trying to get on the board.
It'd be wild if they don't get into the end zone, considering the Pearl Cohn penalties that have gotten them down there.
Second down from the 7. Empty backfield. Hayes in the shotgun. Gunter split wide to the right. Man in motion, right to left. Hayes to throw. Fires over the middle, broken up, incomplete. Actually threw it behind his intended receiver, and that will end the first half. So Pearl Cohn preserves the shutout to this point, and I believe the coaches
There should be 1 second left.
are saying there should be 1 second left back on the clock. We'll see.
There should be 1 second left.
Yeah, nobody's leaving the field yet.
I think they're going to put one on.
Well, they put the 20 minutes
No,
up
they're walking off. Coach just walked off,
So
guys.
I believe they
right,
finally
thank you.
said it's going to be halftime.
I think Coach Brunetti was trying to influence that by walking off the field with his team, and I don't blame him for that.
I've seen teams do that
I've
before.
seen that.
Come and
Yep.
get us if you want us to come
That's
back
right.
out.
Because White House hasn't gone anywhere. And I think that's Coach Hamilton over there lobbying for there to be a second left on the clock.
Well, they're not going to get it. Pearl Cohn, several penalties to give White House an opportunity, but the Blue Devils could not get on the board. And at the half, Pearl Cohn leads it by a score of 42-0. Hopefully we're going to be able to visit here briefly with Tony Brunetti, who's got to be pretty pleased with all aspects, maybe except for the penalties.
Yeah, I would say
in the
just
first
that
half.
last defensive stand would probably be the only thing that he wouldn't be pleased with too many penalties. Unfortunately, also had an ejection earlier in the game that he won't be pleased with either. But otherwise, Pearl Cohn's going out and doing Pearl Cohn things.
The coach was he was leading the team off. He's
halftime,
gone.
yeah, the coach is already gone. They have headed into the locker room, and he's going to get in and kind of reorganize and get guys focused again, which is a difficult chore, but it's a good one to have when you're leading by 6 touchdowns, which is what Pearl Cohn is. At the break, Pearl Cohn 42, White House nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit jodyjonesdds.com or call 615-259-5100.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Pearl Cohn ranked number 1 in the state in Class 4A and looking every bit the part tonight. They lead 42-0 at halftime over White House. Joe Fisher along with Jonathan Schaefer off the pen of Todd Berry, our statistician. As you can imagine with that score, the stats are one-sided. Pearl Cohn 118 on the ground, 192 through the air, 12 first downs. Did not turn the ball over. They took good care of the ball. Now, penalties late in that last drive may be the only real bugaboo in the first half. White House 42 yards on the ground, 10 yards passing, 4 first downs. They did have a fumble on a kickoff return that was recovered by Pearl Cohn. Individually, Pearl Cohn, the quarterback Tarleton, 9 of 11 passing, 192 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, every indication he should be a Mr. Football finalist. He's putting in that case here tonight. Again, one thing that I mentioned is that he throws a really nice deep fade, which you don't see often at the high school level. And they've been able to score a couple of touchdowns with him throwing it into the back of the end zone. And in terms of the quality of his wide receivers, probably the best you're going to see.
Yep, Darius Reed has had a nice first half. 5 catches, 119 yards, 3 touchdowns. Leading rusher is Kennard, who's had a nice night as well. 6 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. White House, Hayes, 2 for 7 passing, only 10 yards. And their leading rusher, Gunter, with 9 carries for 23 yards. As the scoreboard indicates, it has been all Firebirds who have been on fire from the outset tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Q and Will in the studio. I'll update you on all the high school doings going on in the Mid-State. At halftime here from Pearl Cohn, it's 42-0 Firebirds on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is at the heart of Music City. Located within walking distance of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Bar Lines at the Omni is your downtown honky-tonk destination. Watch your team from any seat on their plentiful HD TVs and catch a live show on the Bar Lines stage featuring live music 7 days a week. Bar Lines has the ultimate Southern comfort food. Get started with classic fried green tomatoes or bourbon barbecue wings. Then it's on to the massive Smashville double stack or the world famous Bar Lines grinder. Oh, you've never heard of the Bar Lines grinder? 2 kinds of cheese, lettuce, Dijon, smoked turkey, smoked bacon, smoked ham. Now that's some smoke you want. Local brews and local spirits are on tap at Bar Lines. Take a seat on the patio outside and soak up the rhythm of Music City. Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week will continue shortly. Now, here's your scoreboard update from the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studio.
Well, fans, we are live from the Strike and Spare studios here in the studios of WNSR. If you want to call in, give us a score, just let us know how your game is going out there in the Mid-State. Phone number for that, 615-844-5600. I'll say it one more time, 615-844-5600. Our score here at halftime, Pearl Cohn up 42-0 over a fairly decent White House program. I mean, yeah. I got a chance to look in the region. White House is top 4. There's 8 teams in Class 4A Region 5.
Yeah.
Man. So what is White House 5-2?
I believe they're 5-3, but
5-3.
When you look at this White House program, again, they're one of those schools down in Sumner County.
Yeah.
That sneaky good area
Yeah.
of Tennessee. You're going north in that way, but a fairly good team. I mean, those schools really beat up on each other down there in that area. And so for White House to come to the north side of Nashville and get what they're experiencing right now, I think what really stands out to me is the disciplined play, not necessarily on that last offensive drive for White House. Talking about Pearl Cohn with a few penalties that put White House into scoring territory, and White House was unable to do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, even with Pearl Cohn's penalties, White House just haven't been able to capitalize at all. I mean, you know, there are times listening to Joe and Jonathan, there are times that, you know, White House has been in the area, but again, they just haven't been able to capitalize. And so I asked you, as the Middle Tennessee football expert of the both of us, and I asked you on both sides of the coin, but if you are White House down 42, what is the conversation that you have in the locker room? What are you doing?
Guys, right now it's not going our way. I'm looking at you to make a way. What are you going to do when your number is called here in the second half? Are you just going to lay down and keep the obvious thing going? Because I almost said something you can't say on air, especially as a coach. But, or do you find a way to be that person that in a positive way you shine on film? And if you're White House, it's not about going out there and playing for respect. I mean, they're a respected program.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to go to the playoffs. Are they going to have a deep run? I highly doubt it. But you just regroup. And if you're Pearl Cohn, you come back out there again, like Jonathan Schaefer stated. This is a team that's not afraid to put points on the board. It's not like they don't have talent to not do that. We haven't even gotten to the statistics of this game.
Yeah.
So if you're Pearl Cohn, you just keep the good times rolling. And you stay focused. You're on a 4-game shutout streak.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I want to say Mount Juliet shut out a good number of their opponents in the 2017 season, but got to the playoffs and ran into some good teams, and that was the end of that.
We talked about it maybe last week, the week before, when you have a team who is just dominant. You know exactly what they're going to do. They can tell you exactly what they're going to do, but for whatever reason, you just can't stop it. And it seems like tonight, Pearl Cohn is that team.
Yeah, they're that team. They're showing why. And you know what? This is what happens, and we'll get into our scoreboard in just a second. This is what happens when, as a head coach, you go out there and say, hey, you want to be good? Let's go out there and play the CPAs and the NBAs, even though they're struggling this year. Let's go out and play those top-tier teams in the state of Tennessee, and let me see what type of you got inside of you. Because like a lot of people say, you know, it can be on you, but is it in you?
Ooh.
And I really feel like it's inside of Pearl Cohn. They have unfinished business. This is a team that lost the 4A state championship game last year to a really good Anderson County school who is now 9 games into the year. They're 4-4 on the year. But don't let that record fool you. Who knows what can happen? We got a few minutes here. Get through some scores. Speaking of Mount Juliet at halftime up on Franklin 7-0. Hickman County 14, Mount Pleasant 14. That game is in the second quarter. Eagleville 20, Richland 0. That game in the third. Waverly Central 9, Laredo 7. That game 3 quarters in the book. Westmoreland 14, Portland 0. That game is at the halfway point. Brighton 31, Millington Central 22. Cookeville 14, Green Hills 7. West beat Halls 20-9. Bradley Central and Cleveland. Bradley up 29-20. Union City 41, Humboldt 6. Fayetteville 15, Cascade 3. Station Camp 30, Montgomery Central 0. Montgomery Central has yet to get a win this season. Ensworth, the Tigers, up 14-0 over Briarcrest. Marion County 21. Cannon County nothing. East Nashville defeats Republic 45-0. That's the Republic Trailblazers program getting restarted and struggling 0-9 on the year. Riverside 35, Siegel 0 at halftime. Siegel started off really good this year, but has fizzled out since. Fairview 32, Sycamore nothing. That game's at the halfway point. Red Bank 34, Hickson 7, Springfield 7, Gallatin 3, Charlesdale County 28, Clay County 7. That game is at halftime. Davidson Academy 30, Good Pasture 3, Memphis University School 42, Oak Haven 0. A battle of two schools down in Memphis. Battleground Academy all over the winless feet of Webb School. And yes, I said feet. That is their mascot. Oakland 28, Ravenwood 12. Centennial struggling right now versus Page 21-6. Lewis County 21, Summertown 3, Coffee County 28, Ottawa 6, Liberty Creek 29. The Fighting Chris Simpsons down there at Maplewood 8, Hardin County 20, Jackson Southside 6, Upperman 41, Stone Memorial 0, Moore County 21, Forest 3, Bledsoe County 14, Gordonsville yet to get on the board. Tyner Academy doubling Ray County right now 42-22. Kip Collegiate 28, West Carroll 22. That game is halfway in the books. Brentwood 21, Independence yet to get on the board. And we have a score of note that we would like to update you on right now. Antioch on top of Smyrna 20-10. And this is an Antioch team. We've talked about them a lot, Q Joseph. This is an Antioch team that a lot of people didn't really expect to do much.
Yeah.
New head coach down there, Devin Arnold, a 2003 graduate of Antioch High, has got those young men believing. And I've been told by people, and our Saturday morning crew, Greg Pogue, Bubba Spears, myself, Prep Football Talk, you can hear that 8 to 9 every Saturday morning here on the historic airwaves of WNSR.
Shameless plug.
We exactly got to do it. I mean, we're on the payroll. So we talk about them. And I was told that they're a good coach away from taking those baby steps.
Yeah.
And they're beyond baby steps. I mean, right now they're fighting for the region.
They are trusting the process. And as cliche as that sounds, that's really what it is, man. They are out here trusting the process. Like you said, they've got a coach. And you said something that us as athletes, what do we always say? Football, or back in the day, I don't know if they still say it now, but back in the day, we would always say football's 20% physical, 80% mental.
I mean, that still stands true now.
And so you said that they have a coach that's making them believe.
Exactly.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, belief is a big thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of belief, I can't believe that Pearl Cohn has 310 yards of total offense in the first half. 192 yards passing, 118 on the ground. Darius Reed with 3 touchdown receptions. You look at White House, 52 yards of total offense.
Do we do fantasy football in high school?
No.
Oh, we might need to.
No, because that would be too up in the air.
True.
You don't know what to expect.
Not if your whole team is Pearl Cohn.
I guess. But that's what's going on here live from the Striking Spirit Studios. WNSR MidState Checkdown Game of the Week live from Pearl Cohn. The Firebirds are up 42-0 over White House. We'll take a break, take it back to the guys. We'll see you on the post-game side. Stay tuned.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
When you want down-home cooking, just head downtown. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel serves traditional Southern cooking, sourced fresh and local, just like Grandma used to make. Start your day with a Southern smoked breakfast bowl or a Music City omelet. If you're looking for variety, hit the biggest breakfast buffet in Music City or get your fill at the world-famous Biscuit Bar. Kitchen Notes dishes up lunch with traditional Southern tomato pie, country ham, and classic picnic ambrosia. Serving breakfast Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10:30, and lunch is served 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Kitchen Notes doesn't forget the brunch crowd. Brunch at Kitchen Notes is every Friday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring cast iron pancakes, made-to-order waffles and eggs, and ice-cold carafes of mimosas. Enjoy farm-to-table Southern dishes made from treasured family recipes. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series Championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Jonathan Schaefer with color analysis. Now to the field for your second half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
Well, most of the drama is gone in this one. Pearl Cohn, number one in the state, with good reason. 42-0 lead over White House as we get set for the third quarter. I guess the only drama left in this, Jonathan, is can Pearl Cohn pitch another shutout? It would be their 5th consecutive shutout if they're able to do it.
It was in peril there at the end of the first half. We had a lot of penalties that got White House down the field, and we thought there might be 1 second put back on the clock. That was not the case. But just to go through the point totals for Pearl Cohn, 21 against MBA at MBA to start the season. At CPA, always a great program, scored 15. And then 55, 41, 61, 55, 49, 35. We're at 42 right now. To have only surrendered 47 points so far in 8.5 games is extraordinary.
So basically they've scored over the last 4.5 games about 200 points and given up none.
None, yeah.
You're going to win a lot of games.
You're going to win
when you do that.
Again, I had a chance to call their game in Chattanooga in an outstanding game against Anderson County. They actually went down early against Anderson County, had a couple of big explosive plays, got right back into it, took that game right down to the wire, and you could see their disappointment after losing that game. You could tell they were on a mission. And they are showing that they are on a mission this year, and I think this team is better than that one that went to the final last season.
So now if you're the head coach for Pearl Cohn, Tony Brunetti, how do you approach this early third quarter? I mean, do you sit your starters for the rest of it? Do you come out and say, no, we're going to work on – a lot of coaches I know want to say, okay, we're going to do a couple of adjustments. Let's do something in the first drive of the third quarter and then make a change.
Yeah, maybe the first drive or two and see what adjustments you make. The biggest thing is just you want to make sure you don't have those penalties. They don't creep back in there. And that's when you can work on depth, as I mentioned. This is one of the bigger Pearl Cohn rosters I've seen in some time, and they were already rotating people in and out pretty early in the game. You're going to need that depth. You're going to have those guys rotating in and out when you get better competition, when you get into the playoffs, when you have to go on the road in the playoffs. You're going to need those guys on the bench, so I think that's something that Tony Brunetti's going to do. And obviously this defense takes a lot of pride right now in terms of that shutout record, and it's at 4.5 games right now. They're trying to make it a full 5.
Well, you know, Pearl Cohn has had success with guys named Keyshawn, where they had Keyshawn Vaughn. Now they've got Keyshawn Tarleton at quarterback, and his first half, 9 of 11 passing, 192 yards and 4 touchdowns. You'd be curious to see
if we see him in the third quarter at all, or if they go to Juwan Reed, the junior, who has been the backup for most of the year. Also, you've got the receivers like Reed, who had a big first half, and Higgins, and Kennard, the running back, who had a big first half. How much will we see those guys here in quarter number 3?
Yeah, again, I think you might be looking at 1 or 2 drives. I selfishly want to see Kennard for the rest of the game because I love watching that kid run.
He had a spectacular touchdown run earlier.
He is a special player, and again, he may be as fast on that giddy up and getting down the field when he gets that step, if he's out in the flat, as anybody we've seen so far this year. You know, with Pearl Cohn, we've seen it very much over the years. There's usually a lot of speed and athleticism, and they have that in ample supply on this team as well.
Remember, tomorrow, Prep Football Talk, Greg Pogue, Coach Bubba Spears, 8 to 9 o'clock here on WNSR. That's followed by the JBKB podcast show from 10 to 11. Then at 1:30, TSU plays Lincoln University. And then 6 o'clock tomorrow night, should be a pretty good one, Texas Tech and BYU.
Yeah. BYU, one of the prettier campuses you can go to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Utah State, also Air Force, those schools out there, it's very picturesque, to say the least. And also, some congratulations to Eddie George and TSU right now with their winning record, and right now the most successful season that he's had as the head coach for the Tigers, which the campus is literally just half a mile down the road from where we're at now at Pearl Cohn.
It's a great area for college, university area. You got TSU over here. You've got Meharry Medical College right literally up the street from where we are. You've got Fisk very close by. And a beautiful setting here for football. They've got a wonderful new artificial turf surface. Great lighting. It's a beautiful place.
It is pretty extraordinary how many universities you have in such a small area here in Nashville.
White House will kick off left to right as you listen. So they had to flip the sides. The Pearl Cohn team had come out and lined up on the wrong side of the field. They try a little onside kick. It goes out of bounds. So Pearl Cohn is going to start with outstanding field position near midfield.
Yeah, why not? Try to steal possession.
42-0, Pearl Cohn with the lead. Pearl Cohn over 300 yards of offense in the first half. Todd Berry's had to change the lead and the mechanical pencil a couple of times.
What's also been impressive with this offense is they're very balanced. If they decide they want to pass, they're going to pass. If they want to run the football, they can do it too. So they can beat you any way you want to be beat.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here. They're going to mark the ball at the 38-yard line. The ball went out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. I have no idea why they went backwards instead of forward.
All I know is the clock's been running.
That's right. It is a continuous running clock. And now they finally got it figured out. They're going to put it at the 43. And that took a minute off the clock. And I would imagine, quite frankly, neither team is real upset about that right now.
I don't think they have an issue with that.
So Pearl Cohn first down. They will shift strong to the right side. Tarleton is back in at quarterback. He hands off to Simpson, bounces off one tackler, stays on his feet, finally dragged down near midfield. That was Gunter with a nice shoestring tackle, but a gain of about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, and also with Simpson, he's a good linebacker for them as well. He's one of the Pearl Cohn players getting a look at the next level. Offers from ETSU and Eastern Kentucky, and if I'm nearby TSU, I'm taking a strong, hard look at this young man.
I absolutely would, because I think he can play either side of the ball. You have to decide which side you want him on, but he can do both. And he is at the tailback position right now behind Tarleton on 2nd down and 4 from their own 49-yard line. In the pistol, high snap, handoff, Simpson right up the gut, first down, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. 35, breaks it on the 30, 25, 20, has a man get out of the way to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pearl Cohn. My goodness. Well, you set it up beautifully, Jonathan. He broke 3 tackles on the way and coasted in 51 yards on the score.
Marshawn Lynch saw that play and said, that was impressive, young man. Was able to even have the stiff arm at the end of that play. And why I mentioned TSU in the next level, because he has one thing you can't teach, Joe, and what is that? He's got the size.
Yes, he does.
You can't teach that. He's got that just God-given size for linebacker, for playing a running back role. Not the quickest. He's not the fastest, but boy, you talk about a power runner, that's him.
Well, a defensive back doesn't want any part of that coming downhill, especially when he's got a 20-yard start on you. And the extra point is up and good. That didn't take any time at all, although it is a continuous running clock. 9:05 left in this third quarter. 49-0 Pearl Cohn rolling on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Pearl Cohn kicks the ball away, fielded at the 20, right up the middle, 25-30. Holt almost broke another one. Is tackled at midfield. He almost broke one in the first half. This tackle made at midfield, so a return of about 30 yards on that kickoff return by Holt, who's been one of the few bright spots for the Blue Devils tonight.
Yeah, that's been one of the few weaknesses we've seen with Pearl Cohn here tonight, is that they've given up some lengthy kickoff returns.
Pearl Cohn 175 on the ground, 192 through the air. Again, Whitehouse 52 yards of total offense tonight.
What I appreciate is Tony Brunetti's actually handed over his headset to one of his assistants to get a little bit of experience running things here in the second half.
First down from midfield for the Blue Devils. They'll line up strong to the left side. Hayes under center with a single setback. Man in motion is Aguilar, right to left. Straight give up the middle. And that's Gunter, who's had a pretty nice night for them running the football. Runs hard, gets about 4 yards on the play, down to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, you look at him and you look at Holden again against a lesser opponent. That's a nice little running attack that they have.
They actually gave him forward progress all the way to the 44, so a gain of 6 on the play makes it second down and 4. Gunter 10 carries, 29 yards, but he's been impressive with the way he runs downhill with the football. Hayes again passing tonight, only 2 of 7 for 10 yards. He hasn't had much time to throw when he's tried. Did have one big miss. They're going to go into that Wildcat snap formation again, right up the middle, down to the 41-yard line. And that is number 10. That is Benjamin Stanley with his first carry of the night.
And I think right now, Joe, you just see a White House team that's ready to head back up to Sumner County.
Going to be a quiet ride back for sure. Clock is running again. Continuous clock runs in the second half when the lead is at the juncture it is right now, which is 49-0.
And again, as I mentioned in the pregame, Jeff Porter was the longtime coach up there at White House. They made the playoffs 26 out of his, I think, 32
Something
or
like
33
that, yep.
years there. Won a state championship up there. I saw a lot of good White House Greenbrier games over
Oh,
the years.
yes, absolutely. 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils. Wildcat again. Gunter is knocked down back behind the line of scrimmage. He was submarined back at the 44-yard line. And I believe that was Jaquiz Williams, who's had a really nice defensive night for the Firebirds. They're going to give him progress to the 43, so it'll be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, very good tackle in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
This is a Pearl Cohn team that has had just a ton of tackles for loss this season. One player coming into the game with 21, that's Simpson. 21 tackles for loss on his own.
They're so fast, so fast.
4th and 3 from the 43-yard line for the Blue Devils. I formation, where the fullback is one step behind the quarterback, Hayes. Handoff, they try the middle, nothing. Second effort, not going to get it. Going to be stopped at the 42-yard line. Gunter did everything he could, broke the first tackle, could not break the second and third wave, and the Firebirds will take over on down.
Well, the fullback was one step behind because he was the lead blocker. That was just a halfback, a lead left that time to the left of the center, and Pearl Cohn had no trouble stopping that up, and now we've seen on both teams a lot of different players have now rotated in.
Clock continues to run. 4:25 left to play, and let's see if it is time now. And I believe, yeah, Tarleton's got the headset on now, so he has got the helmet off. He has seen his night come to an end. So we'll have a new quarterback, and that'll be number 13, the junior Juwan Reed. 7 of 17 passing, 82 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. They'll line up in the pistol formation. The tailback is Starnes. This is the tough one, Jonathan, because you're bringing in your backup quarterback, but you want him to run the offense. You want him to throw the football, too.
Exactly.
He will hand off. Starnes will bounce it to the right across the 45, upended at the 48-yard line. Be a gain of about 5 yards on first down.
Because you want him to throw the football in case you have an injury later on in the year. The problem is that you're in a situation where you're just easier just running the ball and running the clock.
Gain of 5, second down and 5. Starnes with the carry. That was his first carry of the night. Came in with 155 yards rushing and a touchdown on the season. They'll run the pistol again on 2nd and 5. And look to the sideline. Tarleton now one of those that's helping to signal in the plays on the sideline. He had a very impressive night. Looking to throw and looking long. Down the near sideline. Has a man behind the defense, and it's incomplete. At the 10-yard line, unable to come down with it, was the Darian Hunter. That ball was on the money, Jonathan, just could not hang on.
When I saw that ball come out of his hands and saw how quickly he was going, I was impressed he's got that good of an arm. Was not expecting that whatsoever. That was a big looping rainbow throw. It hit the receiver. Yep. It was there. They just couldn't complete it.
3rd down and 5. I saw him during halftime throwing a little bit and saw him throw some 40 and 45-yard passes, so certainly had the arm, but they went for the home run on 2nd down, now 3rd and 5. Same offensive set, play action fake. Blitz is coming. Holt with the chase, can't make the tackle. Quarterback runs, first down out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Nice move and carry by Reed to elude the blitz from Holt from the left side and then pick up the first down.
You want to talk about having a luxury to have a backup quarterback like this with this type of athleticism and able to sling the ball around. And he showed very good composure, too. He got pushed out of the pocket and just went ahead and took it to the far sideline.
Mark him out officially at the 39-yard line of the Blue Devils. 1:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff on first down. Starnes tripped up from behind on a nice open field tackle. And that's Dawson Carson again, who's, I mean, you look at the scoreboard, it's 49-0. That young man's had a very nice game tonight.
Carson and Holt have definitely been the best players for White House so far. Really like what I've seen from Dawson.
Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 11.
To use the cliche, he's got a good motor.
Yes, he does.
He really does. On both sides of the ball, he's just always active.
Well, the conundrum here for Pearl Cohn, you want to get these backups some good experience, but you'd like the clock to go ahead and run and burn some time. Play clock is at 32, which makes no sense, but in the pistol formation again, man in motion left to right. Now sets up in the slot right. They'll hand off. Starnes cuts it back to the left. Breaks one. No, he could not break the second tackle. That was Stanley, Ben Stanley with a shoestring tackle as he tried to reverse field and come left and dropped him at the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 9.
Emphasis on shoestring tackle because if he doesn't make that tackle, they're still running the ball. That was a very nice bounce back from the right, back to the middle to the left hash, but a good tackle, good play by White House.
About 6 seconds difference in the play clock and the game clock. Game clock is inside the final 30 seconds. Again, it's a continuous running clock with a 49-0 Pearl Cohn lead. Starnes tried to throw a towel off the field. It went about 2 yards, so he had to throw it again to move it a little closer to the sideline. Play clock is at 3. On 3rd and 9, they get the snap away. Looking to throw, now rushing. Here comes the rush, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 46. First sack of the night for the Blue Devils defense as they drop him back at the 46. Carson was there. Stanley was there, along with number 26 on that from the defensive backfield as well. That was Caleb Pettit, and that's going to be the final play of quarter number 3. So we head to the 4th, all Firebirds. Pearl Cohn 49, White House nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Welcome back to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, Pearl Cohn lining up for its first punt of the night, but a whistle stops play before we're able to execute that. Jaquiz Williams is the punter, standing back near his own 45-yard line. Pearl Cohn has scored on every offensive possession tonight and a touchdown on every possession until this one. So I think we are finally ready to go. Ball is at the 46 of White House. It is 4th down and about 16. Punt is away, high, short. It'll bounce at about the 22-yard line, bounce laterally, then trickle back toward the 25, where the Firebirds will down it right there, the punt of 21 yards. So for the first time tonight, the White House defense holds, and now the offense will take over first down, and the game clock did not run at all on that play. We went from a continuous running clock to a non-running clock.
It's been erratic.
It has been. That's a very good word for it. It has been a bit. And now it's running. 49-0 Firebirds. First down for the Blue Devils from their own 25-yard line. Hayes is still in at quarterback. He is under center. Man in motion is Holt. Hand off to the tailback, Gunter. Bounces it out the left. Still has a move to the 30, to the 35, on his feet to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of 14 and a first down. He's been one of the other bright spots for the Blue Devils tonight.
Yeah, he has. Gunter's been one. Also, Dawson has been one. And we mentioned Holt. Those are the real playmakers.
That's been it, yep.
And to be fair, Pearl Cohn does have second teamers in there. Their reserves are in there defensively right now. But that was a nice run.
But you wonder if White House is able to mount a drive, get down toward the red zone, where you might see the starters for Pearl Cohn back out there.
I think you will. I think you will.
They know they've got a shutout streak approaching 5 games in a row working tonight. First down, Blue Devils from the 39. Play action fake. Hayes throws long, has a man wide open. Holt with the catch of the 20, and he's going to score, and the scoreless streak is over. There was a bust in coverage by the Pearl Cohn defense. 61 yards. All he had to do was slow down and catch it because there was nobody close.
There was no one within 15 yards of Holt downfield, which means you had the busted coverage, as you said. Again, Firebirds with a lot of their backups in that situation, but credit to White House. Use the play action, which they've had some success with play action here tonight. Use it effectively. Holt scores the touchdown.
Holt's 4th touchdown catch of the season. His season long is 88 yards. That one was 61. Charlie Perkins on for the extra point. And the soccer style boot is up. And it is no good. It's wide to the left. Clock will continue to run. 9:45 to go in this game. 49-6 the new score. Pearl Cohn with the lead on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
You're listening to WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Now back to the live action with Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, the Pearl Cohn defense gives up its first points since their contest against Pure Academy. That was 5.5 games ago. 49-6, the extra point was no good, but at least White House gets that 0 off the board.
If you can go over a month without surrendering any points, I think you've had a pretty good month.
Yes, you have. Especially when your offense is averaging about 45 to 50 points a game during that stretch. So Perkins set to kick the ball away for the Blue Devils. They try the onside kick, and I believe it was touched before it went 10 yards. That's going to be a penalty on White House. They tried it, Jonathan, where the kicker just bunts it up the middle, then he tries to recover it, but I believe he ran into it before it went 10 yards.
Yeah, the flag was thrown right there at the 40-yard line.
That's one of the interesting art forms in the game because of the rule changes. You know, you used to load up one side, send 9 guys to one side, kick it over there, and just try to pound everybody and get the ball. You can't do that anymore.
The only thing I didn't like about that is there was a player set up to block in front of the kicker for the kicker to recover, and he blew up the Pearl Cohn player. So, yeah, you have to think about a safety issue a little bit in that situation. It's the only thing about that that makes me cringe a little bit.
Well,
I think it was a false start.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
they move it back. They move it back to the 35. I would see no reason why White House wouldn't try it again.
Why not?
I mean, clock continues to run on the continuous clock. 7:15 left to go. So part of that, if you want to call it a silver lining, if you will, in this kind of game, is that they burned about 2 minutes here just with the kickoff. And they're going to try to pooch this one. It's going to be fielded by an up man at the 41. He's going to move left to right, try to get a block. He's got a couple of blockers in front. 45, midfield down the sideline, 45-yard line. Tries to cut back. I believe a penalty flag is thrown at the 40 as a White House player is claiming it. He got hit from behind, and he may be right.
Well, flag was thrown also. I think the young man stepped out of bounds and then came back in, but nonetheless, penalty coming up.
This crew has had an active night, led by our referee, Walter Overton. And again, as they continue to discuss this, the clock will continue to run during this time, so 6:20 left to play. And at this point, I'm sure both coaches wouldn't mind a 2-minute discussion here. Just go ahead and let this thing run.
I mean, to be honest, I don't mind a 2-minute discussion either. I'll say this, though. I've been really, really impressed with this Pearl Cohn team.
Absolutely. I believe it was a block in the back. It was signaled as an interference, but I believe it was a block in the back. Nonetheless, they'll walk it back to midfield. So Juwan Reed will come back in at quarterback after Charlton had such a great night, 9 of 11 passing, almost 200 yards, 4 touchdown passes. And I think he did nothing but enhance his potential candidacy as a Mr. Football finalist in Class 4A. First down from midfield, and early movement by the Blue Devils right on the middle there is, I believe that's number 69 for White House, Tim Tatum-Gurley, that got a little early jump. So Gurley was early in a 5-yard walk-off.
Your poet and didn't know it.
Got to try what you can at 49-6. First and 5 for the Firebirds. Pistol formation. Reed to throw. Looking long down the near sideline, and that pass is out of bounds and incomplete. Was looking for Hunter. The ball was caught, but Hunter was well out of bounds when the catch was made. He just had no chance.
They have a backup quarterback that'd be a starter anywhere else except here.
Well, he's the heir apparent. He's a junior.
No question. But when you have somebody like Tarleton starting for you, you go with the guy.
That's right. Starnes with the pink spatted shoes. Man in motion. They will give it to Starnes over the right side, inside the 40, and he's finally dragged down by the jersey from behind at the 35-yard line. Deion Gunter, the middle linebacker, with the tackle.
Yeah, he's in pain the way he was tackled. And it was nobody's fault. It's just he was pulled down from behind.
And it wasn't a horse collar.
No,
it was the lower part of the jersey from behind, and it was a 15-yard run.
Yeah, it was just one of those awkward tackles. You know, the defender didn't do anything wrong. It's just he pulled him down by the back, causes your legs to buckle. You can have an ankle injury, can screw up your back. That's just one of those unfortunate plays.
Looks like he's clutching his right ankle.
I think it got rolled underneath him when he basically got pushed backwards. Pulled backwards, I should say.
Now, the clock does stop for an injury. So it stopped with 4:09 left to play. You look at the stats, 202 yards rushing for Pearl Cohn, 192 passing. That's balance.
It is.
Almost 400 yards of total offense.
And that's the thing, as we mentioned, Joe, you just don't see it very often with a lot of high school teams. Usually you'll see they'll either be a really good running team or a really good passing team. That's been the case this year, mostly been running teams, because we've been able to cover all classes this year.
Right.
You go to Division II, small school, the whole way up to 6A, and in this one you've got 4A here. But Pearl Cohn can do it any way you want to, and that's why this offense has been one of the most explosive in the state.
You know, Pearl Cohn won championships in 96 and 97, 25 playoff appearances in the school's history.
Yeah.
And
Mo Fitzgerald, the head coach of those teams.
Absolutely, one of the legends in Metro coaching.
No question.
Well, good to see up and walking. Starnes is frustrated. He gets to the sideline and throws his helmet down. He's most likely done for the night as well.
Also, big John Henderson
on
those Pearl Cohn teams, who was a recent inductee into the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. Long-time career with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Had some. Santonio Beard was here. They've had some players.
Had a chance to be a part of that announcement of John Henderson going to the Hall of Fame and brought the big man to tears. It was a really touching moment.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
So it looks like the new tailback is Lance Donaldson, who is a freshman. Rolling left and looking to throw is Reed. He's being chased by the Blue Devils. Lobs it forward, incomplete. Just sort of shuffled it forward like a chest pass of about 5 yards and came up just short.
Kind of like one of those old Tim Tebow chest passes that he threw right there and almost had it complete. Nice athletic play. Unfortunately for Pearl Cohn, couldn't keep a hold on it.
Clock continues to run now. 3.5 minutes left to play. Pearl Cohn leading 49-6. The only real drama we had was whether the Pearl Cohn could continue their scoreless streak, and White House was able to get into the end zone and break that. Firebirds were going for 5 straight shutout games,
which would have been half the season.
Unbelievable. In the pistol, handoff to the tailback. Donaldson right up the gut, moves to the right. He's going to be grabbed by the jersey and dragged out at the 11-yard line. He was one step from gone. The old tearaway jersey would have helped him. 24 yards on the run. So clock continues to run. 2:43 left to play. Handoff. Donaldson will try the left side. Boy, he is stoned at about the 10. Boy, good play by the interior of the Blue Devils defense. Gunter again, that's a guy's name we've called a lot tonight on both sides of the football. Gunter there to lead the tackle.
And that's the thing. Even though White House has been struggling, this is going to be, unfortunately, their 4th loss in 5 games. I think this is still a pretty good team. They're just hitting a really tough part of their schedule right now.
2:15 left.
I mean, you go from Upperman last week to Pearl Cohn this week. That's tough.
Oh, yes. In the pistol. Play action fake. Rolling right. Still rolling. Now going to tuck in and run to the 5, to the 1-yard line. I believe he's just shy. I believe he's going to be about a half a yard shy of the goal line, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Actually, it might be enough for a first down, Jonathan.
That's right. I think it is enough. Had to get inside the 1 and did so.
Pearl Cohn's going to line up quickly and try to get one more into the end zone before we're done tonight.
They'll hand it off to Donaldson. He'll try the left side, and I believe he will fight his way to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Firebirds. So the touchdown for Donaldson, his first. And that will extend the lead to 55-6 with the extra point to come.
You have to be really impressed with even the backups on this team. They're going out there playing Tony Brunetti's system and not really missing a beat.
Now they send in Tarleton as the holder. He is the holder for the extra points. I saw 8 running back on the field, and I said, what is going on? And then I saw where he was setting up. And, well, you could tell he is upset because one of the offensive linemen is not out there, and Tarleton got on him.
He got in his face.
If they do this right, this could be the final play. Yes. Clock is running with 45 seconds left. It's a continuous clock with a lead of this margin. Good snap. And that kick is going to drift up and through. And with 30 seconds left, the new score is Pearl Cohn 56 and White House 6, and I don't believe they should even bother kicking off this football.
No, not at all.
I don't think they can get enough time to do it anyway. Clock's at 20 seconds. Impressive from start to finish. Every bit the look of a #1 ranked team tonight were the Firebirds. And White House is on the field. Pearl Cohn has no intention of kicking this football, and that's going to be it. That will be the final. The Firebirds improve to 9-0 on the season, 6-0 in the region, as they win 56-6 over the Blue Devils of White House. White House falls to 5-4. They are 3-3 in the region. They've got a huge one with Creekwood next week.
Yes, they do. That's a very important game for them in White House. Meanwhile, Pearl Cohn just continues to roll, and I don't think this is a team that's really going to be tested until they get into the playoffs.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Final stats. Wrap things up from Pearl Cohn right after this on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing.
We all know that Nashville life can get hectic. In the middle of all the madness that is life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Treat yourself to Nashville's ultimate relaxation experience at Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel. With services for men and women, Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel is your one-stop shop for full-body treatment. Begin your experience in the exquisite relaxation room, then enjoy a full-body treatment or even a couples massage before finishing in the salon. Located on the 4th floor of the Omni Nashville Hotel, Mocara Spa is Nashville's highest quality self-care oasis. To book your experience or gain information on packages, call Mocara Spa today at 615-761-3600. Again, 615-761-3600. Or log on to theomnihotel.com. And with every booking, you'll have free valet parking and rooftop pool access to enjoy the Music City skyline. And through Labor Day, enjoy the 4th floor spa terrace for only $20. Mocara Spa at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling. Now it's time for your MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week post-game show with stats and analysis of tonight's game and your MidState Checkdown High School Football Player of the Week. Now here's Joe Fisher and Jonathan Schaefer.
Number one, Pearl Cohn looks every bit the part tonight. They remain undefeated, improved to 9-0 on the season. They roll over White House tonight by a final score of 56-6. Blue Devils fall to 5-4 on the season. You look at the offense, and this was an impressive offense with a lot of weapons, Jonathan Schaefer. 238 yards on the ground, 192 through the air, 430 total, 17 first downs. They had the combination of the big play possibility, but they can grind it out too. They've got it all.
There's no doubt about that, and that's why they're ranked number one in the state by many publications. And to have that type of balance on offense, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Joe, it's just not that common to have that type of balance that they have, and they have so many different weapons, and one of them is down there right now on the field with us.
Yep, absolutely. Our player of the game brought to you by Jackson Boone Racing, and that is the quarterback, Keyshawn Tarleton, tonight. 9 of 11 passing, 192 yards, 4 touchdowns. How fun is this offense to lead for you?
Man, it's a lot of fun. It's just me being with the team and just being a leader on the team and off the field. And just trusting my teammates. And this offense right here, I love it. And number 2 right here, Mr. 3 touchdowns right here. But the offense, I love the offense. I love the coaching staff. Everything's just nice. We just getting all the little stuff done and trying to get back to the championship.
Well, you mentioned that championship game. It was a great game last year against Anderson County, but I remember seeing you guys on the field and the disappointment. Has it been a mission since that game to get back down there to Chattanooga and win a title?
Yeah, that's our only goal is get back to the state championship. We ain't worried about nobody else. If any bump in our road, we're going to get over that bump and just keep going through everybody.
I think it's interesting. I saw you when you came out of the game in the third quarter. Your night was done, but you were still very much involved. You put the headset on. Do you like being a part of that as well?
Yes, I like coaching up the young guys and stuff, just giving them pointers and stuff on the field. Because I had a player like that did the same thing for me, so I just want to get back to the young guys.
You guys put up a ton of points offensively. Unfortunately for the defense, their shutout streak got ended at 4.5 games, but just briefly talk about that defense and how instrumental they've been in this season so far.
Can you say it again? They're breaking up.
How good has your defense been? They've been outstanding as well as they held a shutout streak of 4.5 games.
Can't hear it. Your defense holding out 4 straight games with no points scored until tonight.
Yeah, the defense. I think I got the best defense in Tennessee and the state. So I love my defense. They just keep pounding every game, every Friday.
I think you got a lot of football left to go, my man. Good luck. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. An outstanding night. Keyshawn Tarleton, 9 of 11 passing, 192 yards, 4 touchdowns. Only played basically 2 quarters and about a minute and a half.
Which has been kind of the case for him much of the season because they've been winning with blowouts. But ask that question about the state championship game. It's state title or bust.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he said it right there. That is the goal. And that's why I've been impressed with the discipline this team has. They are on a mission, and you can tell every single snap that is the goal, to return another gold football to Pearl Cohn for the first time since 1997.
White House, 63 yards rushing, 71 passing, 134 total on the night. Individually, you mentioned Tarleton, the quarterback, Kennard, 6 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. Simpson, 6 carries, 69 yards. The big receiver, Reed, as he mentioned, 5 catches, 119 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Firebirds. White House, the quarterback, Hayes, 4 of 8 passing for 71. The 61-yard touchdown was the only big chunk play they had of the night. Gunter, 13 carries, 43 yards. Tough runner, though. He was impressive. Holt, 3 catches for 71 yards. So next week, I think we're set.
Yeah, we will have Green Hill at Mount Juliet next week. That should be an outstanding game. Some good Wilson County football. We've already had some of that this year. Lebanon beating Wilson Central earlier this year, and that will wrap up our regular season.
Looking forward to it. That'll be next week, 6:45 airtime. My thanks to Jonathan Schaefer, as always, to Adam Johnson, our producer-engineer. course, the Bearman Todd Berry with the stats tonight. I'm Joe Fisher. Thanks so much for joining us. Final score again, Pearl Cohn 56, White House 6 on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
For creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athletes. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit jodyjonesdds.com or call 615-259-5100.
Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown is at the heart of Music City. Located within walking distance of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Bar Lines at the Omni is your downtown honky-tonk destination. Watch your team from any seat on their plentiful HD TVs and catch a live show on the Bar Lines stage featuring live music 7 days a week. Bar Lines has the ultimate Southern comfort food. Get started with classic fried green tomatoes or bourbon barbecue wings. Then it's on to the massive Smashville double stack or the world famous Bar Lines grinder. Oh, you've never heard of the Bar Lines grinder? 2 kinds of cheese, lettuce, Dijon, smoked turkey, smoked bacon, smoked ham. Now that's some smoke you want. Local brews and local spirits are on tap at Bar Lines. Take a seat on the patio outside and soak up the rhythm of Music City. Bar Lines at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Jackson Boone Racing. The youngest driver at age 19 to win the coveted Pro Late Model Series championship at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Jackson Boone Racing. A local kid and Page High graduate who's been winning races since he was 8 years old. Jackson Boone Racing. Come join Red Street Records and Roy's Meat Service, along with the Boone Group, a market leader for your home financing needs. In supporting this rising star, visit JacksonBooneRacing.com to see how you can be a part of the journey and join us running up front. Jackson Boone Racing. If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
Well, we are live. Strike and Spare Studios here on the historic airways of WNSR, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. Well, Q Joseph, another one in the books.
Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Pearl Cohn, 56, White House 6. White House scored in the third quarter. Running clock was in effect. Halftime score was 42-0. Pearl Cohn started off fast, did not slow down at all, nearing 400 yards of total offense, a plethora of Division I talent all over the field, and not to mention, I had gotten a screenshot during the game, and it listed all of the young men that are receiving some Division I offers. Donovan Higgins is receiving offers from Tennessee and Vanderbilt. He is the 2023 state champion in the decathlon. Zayon Simpson has offers from East Tennessee State and Eastern Kentucky, two damn good FCS schools. Wouldn't be surprised if both of those programs are in the FCS playoffs this year. Joshua Sims offers from Colorado, and I think you'll like this one, Louisville.
I do like that one.
And then you have Kyler Garcia. He has offers from Marshall, UT Martin, and plans to visit Vanderbilt and Purdue. And again, Pearl Cohn as a team won the outdoor track and field championships in the state of Tennessee. So a lot of good things going on in the North Nashville area, but we're going to take it on the opposite side. We're going to go down Brick Church Pike. We got Republic High School head coach on the line, and he is actually from Greenville, Mississippi. And I would like to thank Coach Curtis Carter from Republic from coming on, talking about his season. Coach Carter, I know tonight a rough game versus East Nashville. Talk about what went wrong. What do you feel like East Nashville took advantage of? And we'll dive a little bit deeper into the Republic system and things that are going on there. But football field, what went on tonight?
Okay, man. Appreciate you guys for having me on, man. I would say, man, like I say, we're still a fairly new team. This is our second year, so we're still growing. We're still getting kids acclimated to a program, how things are ran, spring, summer, and fall. So we're still trying to get those things consistently implemented. So what you saw tonight was you saw a team that was well established and a team that has not yet been established. And so, that's a part of the growing pains. You don't come in new and just take over everything. So, once everything comes full circle and we get the same resources and we get the numbers consistently, you'll see a better matchup. But I think they just took advantage of our youth. We're very young. We got a lot of guys who are playing some new roles tonight with injuries and stuff like that. Our top leading rusher wasn't out tonight. So, we just had some guys moving around. We had to do what we had. So, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. But things will be looking up here soon.
I'm going to get into some academic things about Republic. Republic is a charter school system. You have a campus in Jackson, Mississippi, as well as in Nashville, Tennessee, right off of Brick Church Pike. I saw on your website on September 7th, every school in your conglomerate received the highest rating from the Tennessee Value Added Assessment System. You got the highest rating of 5. Academics, that's big in the Republic school system. And knowing that, the state of Tennessee and the state of Mississippi educationally tend to rank near the bottom, you guys, that's what you guys value. Talk about that and talk about the role that you play in you guys getting that award this year.
Yeah, man, academically, I'm a dean of students here as well. So, we're just kind of dealing with behavior and things of that nature. But that's what the school is circles around, the academics, college readiness, making sure our kids are getting every opportunity to get every opportunity to go to school. So we got English learners. We got a lot of diversity. We have a lot of teachers of a lot of diversity. So the kids are getting a well-rounded education from a lot of different perspectives and a lot of different worldviews. And they're getting a lot of opportunities to grow. And that is the number one thing, but kind of one of the things, going back to the athletic side, because I'm not really too in-depth with our academics so far as how we're performing. But I know that we are a level 5 school, and we have been, I think, for the last couple of years, especially this past year. Kids have done exceptionally well, and they're only getting better. But, that's my part of my role in being here is now bringing up the athletic side of it so that they become a complete high school, and you get the complete high school experience.
When you look at your roster, I was told that you have under 25 guys. Is that accurate?
We have under 25 right now in this moment. We have a few that's injured. And like I say, second-year program, kids are kind of timid about coming out. A lot of kids are not coming from programs or from playing football. So we're still real heavy on recruitment. And like you said, we are more geared towards academics. So it's not a big sale when it comes to athletics and playing sports here.
What's it like? You're coaching a team that you look at yourself like a startup business. First year, a lot of startups are rough, and it takes sometimes 3 to 5 years for a business to really flourish and see any type of success. When you're looking at these athletes and you're coaching these athletes, what is the approach? I mean, I've had coaches tell me that I'm literally teaching the game of football from the ground up. Is that kind of your approach to it, or do you already have some guys that have some knowledge of football and, like you said, you're just building those blocks?
Well, no, that's exactly it, man. That's spot on. We're having to teach the very, very basics, such as little league things, things that a kid has played ball their entire lives would kind of just normally know or start to instinctively do. Those are the things that we're teaching. So when you look at coming into the high school level and you play a team like we played tonight, that's probably going to get another opportunity at a run at that state like they had the last 2 years. The speed is different. Not not necessarily that the talent is different, but the speed of the game in which they think, in which they move, in which they act is different. And so that's hard to train. You know, that's mentality, that's mindset, that's weight room, that's conditioning, that's building team chemistry, that's building school pride. Like all those things that we have to start from the ground up, we're building. We're working towards it, but that is a tough job, and it is like a startup business. You kind of have to, take each day, and you just kind of take it one step at a time, man. You just keep building block on block, and eventually you'll get to where you're trying to go.
If you had to come up with an athlete or two, who's really stood out to you this year out there on the football field? Who is that young man, and what has he done to really make your eye raise and go, that young man's doing some good things?
We got a running back this year, Jamonte McCray, man. He's about 10 yards away from 800 yards on the season. Has about 6-7 touchdowns, a couple returns for touchdowns, man. He's doing some great things. Now we just got to get a line in front of him, man. And, he's capable of being a home run hitter. He's also capable of changing our whole dynamics of how we play the game. So he's brought a lot of energy. He's brought a lot of excitement. He's from our last year, this year we're actually getting on the board, man, and making plays and making teams actually have to adjust. So with just that one piece, man, he's brought a lot of experience with him. He's an experienced player. He comes from playing football, kind of like what we've been trying to get in here, man. So, he just brings a lot of excitement, man. He's explosive. He's fast. He's a junior this year, so he will have him next year. But the goal now is to get him to 1,000 yards.
Oh, man, sounds awesome. So shout out to him. Last thing. I'm obviously a parent. If you didn't know, now you know now.
Yes,
if I wanted to send my young child to Republic, what's your pitch? How are you gonna convince me?
Well, this is the thing. We know what we don't have, but I know what we do have. I know what I'm sent here to do. I know what my goal is, what my gift is. I know what my job is. I know what my passion and my vision is. You might not have the same resources, but your child will now be undercoached. I've played at each level. Besides professional NFL, I played in college. I played, in junior college. I played a lot of different places. I've known a lot of guys that play a lot of different places. So the information of football is there. If you want your child to be better and actually get an opportunity to play, this is the place. My pitch has been to the 8th graders in the city to build your own legacy. East already has a legacy. Pearl already has a legacy. The city most kids just go there because they're already built. But my thing is you got an opportunity to create your own path. Why not go out and build a team that can compete with these guys? I think that's much tougher than just going where it's already built. So my pitch to a parent is, what do you want your child to be known for? Do he just want to be on the team, or do he actually want to be on the team where he has the opportunity to provide some type of productivity and gets an opportunity, sometimes even as a freshman to start for 4 years? That's much more impressive on a college recruiting note than it is to just go and maybe play your senior or junior year. So, we offer kids playing opportunities. We also offer kids an opportunity to build their own legacy because this school is fairly new. It's about 7 to 8 years old. There is no legacy. So what I pitch to the kids is, I want to see your face on this wall. We don't have a face on the wall yet. So I'm looking for some guys. I'm looking for some kids that are ready to bring what they have to offer and set their own path, not follow the norm. Let's step outside of what's been done and let's do something new, because that's what's going to be exciting. That's what's going to catch people's eyes. That's what's going to make the news when Republic begins to turn full circle. And now the team that was beat up on is now beating up on people.
Man, Coach, that's beautiful. Wish you guys nothing but success. And last thing, I want to talk about your core values, and one really sticks out to me the most. And I'm not going to say them in order. Strive for excellence, create joy, become better together, pursue growth, lead for racial equity. That was the biggest one that stood out to me. You don't hear a lot of schools openly talk about the racism that has happened in the South, that still continues to happen in the South. As a charter school, why have that as one of your core values, in your opinion?
Like I say, man, me being from the Delta area of Mississippi, from Greenville, Mississippi, I came through a school system that was predominantly black, but the teachers were predominantly white, and you can tell the difference, man. Here, everybody has somebody they see that looks like them, from Hispanic, from African American, from Asian, to whatever race, whatever religion you want to say. You have somebody you can look at that has went out and done great things and beat the odds. And so I think for kids, man, to see someone that looks like them and comes from that background and their cultural norms to be in a setting to help them, I think that also is a big recruiting pitch academically for why kids come here, because they have people that are truly on their side, who truly love them, and they don't neglect the day-to-day struggles that we all have to deal with.
Oh, man, again, lovely. Hey, I think good things are coming for your program.
I appreciate it.
Like you said, I mean, you just keep building. And I think you keep that energy. And I feel like within 5 to 7 years, we're going to be talking about Republic, outside of academics, athletically. So, Coach,
it's going to be sooner than that. It won't take 5 to 7.
Uh-oh.
Give us 1 to 2 more.
Okay.
Give us 1 to 2 more. Like I say, we got a plan. And I know I want everybody to enjoy their time now, but we got a plan. Give us 1 to 2 more, and we're going to get the guys in here that understand what the mission is, and the mission will be completed.
All right. Well, that is Coach Curtis Carter from Republic High School, the head coach. Hey, man, thank you for coming on. Continued luck throughout the season and throughout all your other sports, and we will talk soon.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, no problem. Well, that was Coach Curtis Carter from Republic High School, the Trailblazers, sitting out there off of Brick Church Pike. Fans, if you get a chance, go to the website and just peruse through all of the things that are going on at Republic High School. I think one of the things that really stands out to me, this is a statistic from 2019, 85% of Republic High School graduates enrolled in a college or university.
Wow. That's success.
And you know what I said to Coach, 5 to 7 years, I think that's around the time when a lot of, schools start to see that success.
Exactly.
Because I think the beautiful thing is, and I was never a part of this, but I think the beautiful thing is when you watch a new program build, like the Green Hills, Nolensville, Rockville, which is reincarnated, but it's wonderful to watch those things, albeit they don't get the results on the scoreboard that they want. 10 to 15 years from now, when they're looking at their schools prayerfully being successful, they can say that they were a cog in that. They can say that they played a role in why you're where you are now.
Absolutely.
Because I had a person tell me, if you don't know your past, you won't have a future. And so if you don't go back and look at the people who helped build the building blocks of your success, then, what are you doing?
Yeah, life is built on a circle.
Yeah, that it is.
And so, things that happen come back around again.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, man, if you don't know your past, if you don't know your foundation, if you don't know how you were built, you're kind of unstable. You on some shaky ground.
You and I talk about dealing in honorable projects. I mean, as you look at these charter schools in the Nashville area, and they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But I think one thing I do like about Republic is the boldness of what they stand for. You're not, again, and I brought that up on purpose. You're not going to hear a lot of schools openly talk about and use as a core value of racial equality. It's just, I don't really see it happening. Yeah. But for a program like Republic, like I said, this is a charter program. You have a campus in Jackson, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and here in the Nashville area. Man, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But I think we got another caller on the line. Yeah. Well, welcome to the WNSR MidState Checkdown post-game wrap-up show. Who do I have on the line?
Oh, this is Damian Harris.
Oh, what's up, Coach? Hey, how's it going? Well, you guys were on the opposite side of the scoreboard here tonight. Defeated Republic High School 45-0. Good things keep on rolling there. I think you're doing a good job of taking over at East Nashville. You played a school like Republic. We all know that they're doing what they can with what they have. What was practice like this week?
Well, it's one of those games where, like you said, they rebuild and they trying to get everything together. And truthfully, it's getting close to our playoff time, so we just trying to make sure we sharpen the steel, making sure everything running smooth and clicking on all cylinders.
When you look at tonight's game, you won 45-0. Talk about what went on in that game. I don't think the game played a full 4 quarters. Talk about how that transpired.
Well, like you said, they're new school, and they don't really have a lot of players, and depth can sometimes, hurt you if you don't have any depth. And they did a thing where, they kind of ended it just to try to keep some players safe. And I definitely understand, and I tip my hat to the coach. He had the guys, they play hard, they real respectful, and actually, he got a few good athletes over there. So, like you said, in time, they will be good. Yeah,
this should be fun. Well, you get a tough win here tonight. Who do you have next week?
Next week we have Stratford High School.
Okay, well, you look at that team. I was told that they have one of the best-kept secrets under center. Talk about some things you've seen on film with them and what your approach is going to have to be for you guys to get yet another win this year.
I really haven't watched them much this year, or really haven't seen them. I think I've seen like one game that they had, but the quarterback, he is real nice. He can throw it. You could tell he got a feel for the game and real smart. So we definitely have to try to get after him and get some turnovers so we can be successful.
Well, sounds good, Coach. Well, hey, Damian Harris, always good to talk to you. It's been good getting to know you throughout the season. Good luck to you in your playoff run, and you have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, man. That was Coach Damian Harris, first-year head coach at East Nashville. We had him on earlier this year for one of our WNSR MidState Checkdown games of the week, a shutout win versus Maplewood. 2 first-year head coaches went up against each other in that game, but again, you go back to another school in East Nashville. They're a more established program here in the Nashville area, but it took time for them to find success as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what we'll do, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. I think we'll get one more interview in, and then it is time to go through this scoreboard because we have a lot of finals to let you know about. Our final score here, Pearl Cohn 56, White House 6, WNSR MidState Checkdown game of the week. Post-game wrap-up show. We're live from the Strike and Spare studios. Hey, fans, if you want to call in, talk about your school, talk about your son, what some good things he's doing out there on the football field, 615-844-5600, 615-844-5600. We'll be right back. This is the WNSR Mid-State Checkdown post-game wrap-up show. Stay tuned.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
When you want down-home cooking, just head downtown. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel serves traditional Southern cooking, sourced fresh and local, just like Grandma used to make. Start your day with a Southern smoked breakfast bowl or a Music City omelet. If you're looking for variety, hit the biggest breakfast buffet in Music City or get your fill at the world-famous Biscuit Bar. Kitchen Notes dishes up lunch with traditional Southern tomato pie, country ham, and classic picnic ambrosia. Serving breakfast Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 10:30 and lunch is served 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Kitchen Notes doesn't forget the brunch crowd. Brunch at Kitchen Notes is every Friday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. featuring cast iron pancakes, made to order waffles and eggs, and ice cold carafes of mimosas. Enjoy farm to table Southern dishes made from treasured family recipes. Kitchen Notes at the Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Trusted for creative design and committed to both the function and aesthetics of your smile, Jody Jones Dentistry for 26 years has provided a wide range of general and cosmetic dentistry services along Nashville's Music Row and coming soon to Hermitage and Murfreesboro. The Nashville leader for cosmetic dentistry provides a unique luxury environment for patients who want his famous Hollywood smile. Just ask the country music stars, actors, athlete. Yeah, he was 8 years the dentist for the Predators to display his celebrity smile. To learn more, visit JodyJonesDDS.com or call 615-259-5100.
If you're looking for something fun to do with family, friends, co-workers, or clients, look no further than Strike and Spare Family Entertainment. Visit any of their 5 Middle Tennessee Strike and Spare Fun Center locations in Hermitage, Donaldson, Tusculum, Hendersonville, or Murfreesboro. With bowling, games, food, drink, and party options for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, roller skating, bungee trampoline, laser tag, and much, much more. All locations of Strike and Spare Family Entertainment are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Check them out online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare Family Entertainment, where fun is bowling.
And we're back live, WNSR, broadcasting live from the Strike and Spare studios. Give us a call, 615-844-5600. WNSR MidState Checkdown. Game of the week comes to a conclusion. Pearl Cohn all over White House, 56-6. Ouch. And you know what? We now have John Burton on the line. He is one half of the John Burton and Greg Pogue show. That can be listened to from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on WNSR. Also has a podcast with a former Titans player. They like to call him Mr. Monday Night. Keith Bullock. What's Good with JB and KB. You can hear that podcast at 9 a.m. here on WNSR. And Mr. Burton, it's always fun to talk to you. Appreciate you staying up with us at 9:50 tonight. Outside of working here at WNSR, you are a news anchor a sports anchor for Channel 5. What's it like working with Greg from 9 to 11 every morning? I just got to know.
It's torture, you know.
I bet. I have to deal with him on Saturday morning.
You know, all his corny dad jokes and his homespun humor and all that. No, Greg's the man. He's the best. You know, Hall of Fame sports writer. Very lucky to be working alongside him. We have a lot of fun on Monday through Friday from 9 to 11. So, you know, I do that in addition, as you said, to the work I do here at News Channel 5. Actually, we're getting ready for our big high school football highlight show, UPS Store Friday Night Football coming up around 10:20. So you will see highlights of that Pearl Cohn beatdown over White House if you tune in. We've got that game on the docket tonight. But, yeah, Greg's great, and we've been working together, almost 4 years now. We hooked up in November of 2019, so right before the pandemic, and it's been a lot of fun. And we got a great producer in Patton Cook, who also produces our podcast with Keith Bullock. So we have a good time, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, Patton, he's okay. No, I'm just playing. Love Patton Cook to death.
Yeah,
but
Patton's all right. By the way, can I just say this? You guys are doing a great job on this show. What? You guys sound fantastic. Really, you guys are awesome.
Wow. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, we were just put together. Right. We were just put together. We found out we were fraternity brothers, and I said, you know what? I've been covering high school football since 2018. Look, man, just let me lead, and we'll I can take us there. We'll be all right. But you know, again, it's been fun. I mean, this is my first year really being on air. And so it's been a blessing. So,
and John, you know the secret. We call this Will Show.
No, it's really not.
I just push the levers. That's it.
Well, I tell Greg all the time whenever he says, "Hey, what do you think we should do on our show?" I say, "Greg, your name's at the top of the marquee." Right. So it's actually, I love the way you introduced it as the John Burton and Greg Pogue show, but it's actually the Greg Pogue and John Burton show. So, you know, if there's any hard decisions to make, I make Greg do it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, let's get into your podcast. You have a podcast with, we all know, probably one of the, just top 10 most famous Titans player of all time, Keith Bullock. What was the thought process behind the podcast? What made you two guys come up with this show?
This is something we've wanted to do for probably a couple of years now, guys. Keith joins us every Sunday here at News Channel 5 on our Sunday Sports Central show to help us break down the Titans game. He's with us, all through Titans season, and we go to we break down the key plays of the game with him, and we get his thoughts and analysis of of that day's Titans game, whether they won or lost, and it's been really cool to have him. And we just, we got a lot in common, kind of like your situation there, you guys being fraternity brothers. Keith and I are both New Yorkers. He played at Syracuse University. I grew up just outside of Syracuse and grew up a fan of Syracuse. And I don't know, it just popped in my head one day. I was like, you know what, you and I should do a podcast. He's like, yeah, Keith is, he's just like, yeah, man, whatever. It's cool, man, whatever you want to do. And so we finally, thanks to everybody at WNSR, the Johnson family, and obviously Patton for producing it for us. And we just decided, you know what, we're going to go for it. And we started right at the beginning of football season this year, probably a week before the NFL season started. And, I just thought he'd be a good guy to just kind of rap with and talk football, not just football, but life. Like, he's into a lot of different things, as am I, pop culture, music, the nightlife here in Nashville. Everybody knows that, they don't call me Johnny Nashville for nothing. So I like to have a good time here in our beautiful music city. So we thought, it might be fun to do. And so we decided to give it a shot.
All right. Question. Since you brought it up, Printer's Alley or Broadway?
Yes.
I'm just going to go with both of them. Hey, that's awesome, man.
And guys, don't forget Midtown. Midtown's got to throw Midtown in there, too.
I was going to say, when is the
you
losers
know what?
or
you
Broadway?
know what?
Yeah.
I see your Midtown, and I'm going to raise you the goats.
Ooh.
Well played, sir. Absolutely. There are no shortage of fun things to do and fun places to go in this great city. So,
well, I'll say this,
I've been here for
Midtown
almost 12 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
I was about to say, I'll say this: Midtown has more parking, so I'm always going to go to the place with more parking.
You got a valid point.
Yes.
Well, hey, John, I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you for all the work you do. You are a true journalist, and you keep Greg in line from 9/11. Okay. Well, I don't think we can afford any more FCC violations. But hey, thanks for coming on, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks, guys. And just real quick, you can catch the podcast. If you don't catch it on WNSR, it's available on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, and CastBox. So no shortage of ways to check out our podcast.
There it is.
Well, there it is. Hey, that was John Burton, one half of the John Burton and Greg Pogue show. You can hear that from 9 to 11, Monday through Friday here on WNSR. Also, the podcast with Keith Bullock, What's Good with JB and KB. So we got a few minutes left. We'll go through some scores. Friendship Christian blanking Ezel Harding 41-0. Eagleville 33. Richland did not get on the board. Carter 48. Fulton 24. That game still in progress. Westmoreland, two tough schools coming out of Sumner County. Westmoreland defeating Portland. They now fall to 1-8 on the year. 14-0. Westmoreland with the win. Lewis County 43. Summertown 3. Millington Central 39. Brighton, actually, no, Millington Central won 50-39. That's how many points Brighton scored. Antioch lost tonight to Smyrna High School 30-26. So the region belongs to the Bulldogs of Smyrna, but you got to tip your cap to Antioch High School. No one expected them to be playing for the region tonight. Henry County 52, Ridgeway, nothing. That game has gone final. Nolensville 17, Summit 14. That game still in progress. Bradley Central with a 10-point win over Cleveland 36-26. Union City 55, Humboldt 6. Station Camp 44-7. Page defeating Centennial 24-12. Marion County 42, Cannon County 7. Briarcrest Christian losing to Ensworth 21-12. Riverdale 49, Siegel 7. Siegel has been struggling as of late. Middle College 52, Westwood 0. Fairview 32-0. Dresden 55-18 over Gleason. Red Bank 34, Hickson 7. Fayetteville 15. Cascade 9. Powell 28. McMinn Central 14. Hendersonville right now with the lead over Lebanon 21-14. Davidson Academy with a 44-point win over Goodpasture Christian 54-10. Wayne County 40. Collinwood 23. Trousdale County 42. Clay County 14. East Nashville 45. Republic did not get on the board. And the score that everyone has probably been waiting for. Pearl Cohn 56. White House 6. And Q Joseph, I'm just glad it's over.
I know that's right. We were sitting here, behind the scenes in the few seconds we have left. We were sitting here behind the scenes like, another one?
Yeah, I was feeling like DJ Khaled for a second.
Exactly. Shout out to White House, man. Like you said, hopefully they turn it around and get it together, and they have what Antioch has, and that is that belief.
Yep. Believe will take you far in life. What we'll do, we're going to take it far, and we're going to go. It's been real. WNSR MidState Checkdown Game of the Week. Lebanon Green Hill on your airwaves next week. Tomorrow, 8 to 9, you can listen to Prep Football Talk with Bubba Spears and Greg Pogue, and TSU football at 2 p.m. pregame show at 1:30 for Will Brown, Q Joseph. This is Q Joseph saying, this is Will Brown, rather, saying good night, and have a great weekend.
Thank you for listening to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Make sure to follow WNSR on Twitter at Nash Sports Radio and on Facebook at Nashville Sports Radio for highlights of tonight's game. The MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Strike and Spare Family Fun Center, Jackson Boone Racing, the Omni Nashville Hotel, Jody Jones Dentistry, Southern Trophy House. Thank you for listening to the MidState Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on Nashville's home for high school football. WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
.560 AM, 95.9 FM, Brentwood, Nashville, 107.9 FM, Smyrna, Nashville's first 24-hour sports station. WNSR, Nashville.